Black African power. What's good? What's happening? A well-organized lie defeats a disorganized truth every time. Woo-hoo-wee. Man, you already know what it is, man. It's God killing the house. And I come to do what I got to do, and I'm going to do what I got to do. I'm standing tall. I'm standing strong. Hey, y'all know what it is, man. Bobby banging this bitch. What's good, family, man? We got a good one. We got a good one. We got a good one. Man, caught them with their hands in the cookie jar. If y'all ain't see the episode yesterday, man, go back and watch it. I'll probably play that later on this evening. It was yesterday, man. And we was getting in on sa.neter, House of Consciousness. And I popped up on them. And as normal, and as usual, me and Jabri get into it. And as regular, and as usual, y'all hating. I was saying, damn, I'm not a hater. I'm a participator. When you're involved in the scientifically literate community, people challenging what you're saying, it's never considered hate. It's only considered hate in the pseudo-African American scholarship community. I'm going to say this again. When you're involved in scientific literacy, when you're involved in science, when scientists critique each other in academia, when scientifically groups of literate people critique and question things that are said from each individual, it's never considered hate. It's only hate in the African American pseudo community. There's a segment of the African American community that puts forth pseudo-scientific information. In the white pseudo-scientific community, it's also considered hate. Or why you do this? Why you ain't let me say what I want to say? Why that ain't right? Why the conspiracy ain't real? It's always this. So I got to make sure that I keep the narrative exactly where it's supposed to be. I'm always pushing scientifically literate material. I copied my style from the Cairo Symposium. It was a quote unquote scientific conference. And at scientific conference, works are produced later on that we will read. Debates break out at scientific conference. Material is questioned, but it's never hate. Some kind of way they framed it as being hating on Theophile Banger and Diop's 20 quote unquote Egyptologists against Theophile Banger and quote unquote Diop's. That's cap. That's not what happened. It was Theophile Banger, Walt D. Rodney, and Shiganti Diop's. And the material was questioned like all participants' material was questioned back and forth in lively debate. So y'all need to get this straight. It's not called hating on this person or hating on that person because we are critiquing the information. That's something that people use to throw you off the trail. That's something that people use to point at you, to pull at your heartstrings. Man, they hating on me. Look at all these people hating on me. When a person say you hating on me for questioning what they're talking about, now I'm not talking about when you going in on their personal things. I'm saying when you questioning the material that they're saying out their mouth, it's not hate, y'all. If we were to question a lot of things we thought we understood today, we would not be saying some of the things we say. Nothing wrong with a good question. A good question does not constitute hate in any way. A good question or questioning what a person is saying does not constitute you trying to tear me down. This is what pseudos do. That's the game they play. I'm just putting you hip to game. So when you hear a person say they hating and they're simply asking a question about what you're saying, or they simply don't agree about what you're saying, that's not hate. Now, when they give you a qualified answer and can support the qualified answer with proper documentation, then you can simply say, well, I have something contrary to that is qualified data, and then we'll have the conversation, but that's never hate. Now, getting personal, bringing up somebody's family, prior record and all that, just running your mouth in the chat, that's hate. But I've never done that to Jabari. Jabari always wanted to throw y'all off the scent. So this is this new thing now. Y'all thinking because Jabari has a degree in Africana studies that all of a sudden makes him the big boss on ancient Egypt civilization. It actually doesn't. It actually shows his poor research. And it shows his poor research because he should not be disagreeing with me on this subject. Because there's already qualified answers over the last 50 years who the ancient Egyptians are and where they came from. So if you got an advantage in research, which you should have, he should be agreeing with me, and he should not be agreeing with half of y'all that's running crazy and talking pseudoscientific ideas. Now, should he? We should not have an issue. Now, his religious beliefs based around Kemet, that's something different. That is a belief. I ain't never agreeing with none of that. I ain't going. So we will have back and forth on that because it's a belief. But as far as this qualified material, I don't know why y'all just let that man continue to say that he know more than this person. No, that's crap. He's not an Egyptologist. He's out of his field. Trust me, we got plenty of people on a pseudo killers that understand population genetics, migration. You know, humans are migratory. Where the ancient population came from and been talking about it for 20 years. Archaeology, anthropology, you know what I'm saying? That's what I do. I don't just do evolution. Remember, I'm the one that push and promote using anthropology and using science to understand African-American history and African history in deep time. Remember, I'm that guy. I'm not never pushing blackology. And for the show, what is blackology? Blackology, as defined by myself, because I made it up. Blackology is when you blackonize the whole world, where the Native Americans is black. No matter what their cultural container says. The ancient Egyptians are black, no matter what their cultural container and spiritual system says. The Australians are black. The Russians are black. The Moors are black. Europeans are black. Everybody is black. Matter of fact, they so blacked out that you start to realize it was black people's fault, because it was black people that enslaved black people, and it was black people who brought black people to the Americas, and it was black people that destroyed the black culture that was in America. At this point, we should just probably shut the hell up. If that's the point. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the definition of blackology. I want to get straight to this man, but for me to get straight to this man, I got to put on a banger. I got to put on a banger. Al-Shay get his butt up here yesterday and let Jabari outwit him, out-information him. He clearly showed he wasn't ready for Jabari. The darndest thing here. Matter of fact, I'm tired of calling out Jabari. Me and Jabari are never going to debate, y'all. How many times have I said, well, let's debate it? Well, no, we don't disagree on many things. That's a damn cap. Anyway, if you talk too loud when talking about Jabari, you're getting excited. So I don't want to get excited. I want to get into mode with this right here. Protected by the... Nope, that's going to slow us down. I want that one. I want that one. I think it's this one. Let's see. Protected by the Black Widow. Protected by the Black Widow. Good juju. Bad juju. I speak loud on the mic. Knowledge to the people. I
loud on the mic. Knowledge to the people. I speak loud on the mic. Knowledge to the people. Where the fuck you been? Bomb little niggas again. We buck the trend. It's been a trend. Poor desert. Eagles again. Never say this line again. Never sipping Heineken. Black Panther riding again. Always on my mind to win. I'm where I'm supposed to been. Black Widow protect me. Feds lose again. Nigga, cheat to win. Dope fiend never win. I speak loud on the mic. Knowledge to the people. Protect the youngsters. We poor desert eagles. Never say this line again. Never sipping Heineken is where I win. Black Panther riding again. When naggers break wild, no slack. I'm cutting like an axe. Kick though can't cut in the tracks. Good juju. Bad juju. Never been in the game but stay crewed up. We answer beepers, can't be tracked, computer hacked. Protect the weaker, don't wear tattoos. But if I did, it be the reaper. Never say this line again. Let truth be where we begin. Christians talking reckless, claiming we born in sin. Capping, let us begin. Pseudo killers to the rescue again. Never tripping, we teaching STEM. Forces, those tripping. Choose again to the pseudos. It's always grim, we play to win. God killer again. Always time to defend. Bet the trend, King souls to the king. If I can't, chill and be Ken. Malcolm Finch, those niggas for the win. TED Talk, bitch, walk. Dance time enough for them youngins. Space age, Africans. Anthony with the space. And yeah, jump, we smacking them.
And yeah, jump. We smacking them. Yeah, I see y'all chatty in the patty. I promise you, yo. Y'all hit this link. I will beat the brakes off y'all in a daggone ancient Egyptian conversation. Now, if you get up here talking about the dynasties, how many dynasties it was, what pharaoh married this pharaoh, you might get me. But that ain't what I do. What I do is I have a complete, no, I'm going to say I have not an expert understanding, but I have a scientifically literate understanding of the Nile Valley population and the peopling of the Nile Valley. And I've been talking about it for 20 years. I ain't got beat yet on it. So for all y'all fake Egyptians in the chat, you ain't got nothing for me. I understand the origins of the Nile Valley population. I understand what they understood about themselves. I understood that they do not know about the daggone Big Bang and did not understand the damn cosmos. And I don't have to read all the religious texts to know that. That's y'all faltering down the stretch. We do not have to read the Bible to understand that people in the daggone Bronze Age or Iron Age did not understand the Big Bang or did not understand the element chart. I don't got to read the pyramid text or the coffin text to see what the hell they was thinking. We know what they was thinking. Churches did a whole series on it. The pseudo killers did a whole series on it. I did a whole series on that. Y'all in trouble. For a person say out their mouth to a scientific literate person, well, you haven't read the coffin text, brother. You haven't read John 3:16, brother. You haven't seen what the people was thinking. No, but I understand how they was compiling their knowledge. Ain't that how that goes, Cedric? We understand how they was compiling their damn knowledge. That's how we know what they know. All that we know about the cosmos we learned in the last 125 years. And if you think you can boss up on me with that statement, boss up. And yeah, we slapping them. Let's say this one more time. All that we know right now, amount of times about the cosmos, we learned in the last 125 years. How old are humans? The oldest population is 350,000 years. Took us that long. Because you're not just knowing about protons and neutrons. You're not understanding the Big Bang without understanding the red shift. Nuclear synthesis. And the Hubble expansion. Now, if you can prove that the Egyptians understood the Hubble expansion, red shift, and nuclear synthesis, then y'all got me. No ancient population understood that. Y'all gonna stop playing with me, man. That's what y'all gonna do. The flim-flammery, the bim-bammery, the him-hammery, the Egyptians understood. The Egyptians ain't understood the cosmos. The Egyptians was trying to get a basic understanding of the heavenly bodies. They was calling suns, stars, planets. They ain't know. They sit at the foundation. And we're thankful for them. Same with Mesopotamia. They sit at the very foundational stages. Proto-scientific. They was moving in the proper direction. They did their damn thing. But they did not understand the Big Bang. They did not identify the cosmic background radiation, which is proof of the Big Bang. They did not have a comprehensive theory of why life on Earth is so diverse, but yet connected. They did not know where they was on planet Earth. Yeah, go get your champions, yo. Go get your teachers, yo. Let's get right into it. This is a good one. What we doing? Big up to the pseudo killers, man. Big up to the community skeptics, man. Y'all in there, man. Man, I see you in there, Cedric. What it do? Sir Gold, what it do? What it do? What it do? I see you, Russell. Brian Russell, what it do? What it do? What it do, man? I see you. Black Panther, what it do? What it do? Kenneth, what's up with you, man? What it do? What it do? What it do? Sabit Rob, what's going on? What it do? What it do? Know thyself. That's right. Know thyself. What it do? What it do? What it do, man? Bond Dog, what's up, man? What it do? What it do? Easy Money 55, what it do? What it do? What it do? Yeah, you was talking a little trash there, but I ain't mad at you. What it do, man? Top of the morning to you, man. Dab Weed Freedom, man. What it do? What it do? What it do? I see you far. Eligible. Ben Keaton is in the damn building, man. Man, make sure you hit that Cash App today and don't play. I shut it down. Man, get your questions answered through the super chat, man. Oh, man, yo, that's crazy. Oh, man. Boy, I tell you. Man. All right, here we go. Let's get it. See what we got here, man. The medicine men, they chop their head off and tell them, go ahead and put your head back on. Let you go, put your head back on. Anyway, so we heard what John Henry Clark said about the black thing. Do you want to talk about that, or you want to let that slide off the thing? How you feel about that?
Nah, you made your point.
I hope I did.
You made your point.
You sure? You sure? Yeah. I want to make it one more time. I'm gonna close it with this. Man, make sure y'all support that event too, whether you like me or not. Y'all think it's important.
American, Greek American, French American. I don't think they should have any difficulty saying African American or Afro American, as the case may be. Now, these are people who are black in the main. But let's get something straight. All Africans are not black. The black is the prevailing color in Africa. There are Africans who have not been mixed with any white people at all, who are light brown. And they've always been that way. And they're just as African as the blackest of the Africans. So if we got hung up on a narrow definition like black without explaining that it has elasticity that extends beyond a person being jet black, then we get ourselves into another trap. We get out of one trap and get into two. So now let's qualify what we're talking about with black. But when we're speaking of a people on a world basis, then let's relate for saying Italian.
There you go. I ain't said no more or less than that, bro. Do me a favor. You heard that. Play that 1 minute clip, yo. Play that 1 minute clip. Samaka K, the 1 minute clip. You're gonna say the same thing that John Henry Clark said. We talking about the high level intellects in our community. That 1 minute clip. John Henry Clark says more than one way to be African. All Africans ain't black. Craziest thing ever, yo. Yep, people act like that man ain't said that, and everybody ignored what that man said for years since 1973, bro. Since 1973, that man been saying that, and all y'all tried to come in and usurp that.
Not that one, right?
That's the 1 minute.
And I'm just trying to get an idea from what the questions I'm hearing is, I mean, what would you define then as an African?
I don't define an African or the African. There is a matrix of variability that constitutes a description of an African reality. Very different notion. The moment you start defining things with narrow terms and in particular ways, and a non-scientific, for something that's as fluid as this, is the moment that you will get into trouble, because then you're going to be forced to explain things, like I said, with typological methods or deductive methods when they don't fit. Okay?
Yeah, y'all see Dr. Samaka K, the man, gonna be live in the event, $30, man. Interviews with the experts. We got a lot of interviews on our channel, and they all said that the experts agreed with them. How? Craziest thing ever, bro. Anyway, if you want to listen, people dive in with the crazy, you can. You know what I mean? I'm here for a minute, man. I want to support that event.
You see what Jabari saying? Told you, man, don't wake up a lion, a sleeping lion. When he sleeps,
he said I ran across. Listen, look, how I run across the goalpost. Think about that. See, instead of him saying, you know what, I was wrong with that, he's gonna give you, he's gonna try to explain all kind of other stuff. Nah, bro. No, bro. You can't do it. See, I just respect the conversation more, right? We in here shooting at each other. So then if you got shot, you got shot on that point. It's okay. We learn. But that's a John Henry Clark statement that is more than one way to be African. Right? That's a Samantha Cater statement. That's not a brother Ankh statement. Anyway, what's going on, Elder? How you doing, man?
What's going on, what's up?
How you doing, man?
What's up, brother Si?
All right, you got a question for him?
Yeah, I do. Hey, dig this here. I understand your premise and I understand what you're saying, but we all saying the same thing, because Dr. Henry Clark, and it's just amazing. I was just listening to that exact thing about 20 minutes ago. I was turning my brother on to him. He hurt his spine and he's in a rest home. And I just gave him, Dr. Henry Clark to listen to. But here's my point. He said that Black Africans are all not Black. He said they're like your complexion, my complexion. He didn't take away the point of saying that they was not African. So, my question to you is, because I understand how you think, and I know you're not saying that the Egyptians didn't look like me. You saying that the Egyptian wasn't Black.
I'm saying that wasn't nobody Black until white people made themselves Black.
But you missing my point.
I didn't actually miss your point. I'm saying there is no Black people before white people invented Black people. I'm saying they was indigenous to their land and had their own names and their own clan, their own tribes. And then people applied the racial construct. So what John Henry Clark said, and he made it very, very simple, that all Black people ain't Black. He was simply saying that everybody not dark skinned, so why just call them Black? And he said that rule, that pseudoscientific rule that promotes that is just that, pseudoscientific. And he said the Blackness is cool. He said, but it doesn't identify who you are and where the people come from. He said that, bro. So I'm saying is, as an African American, I accept the Blackness. I've never not said that. When we having a serious discussion, right? And we're having conversations about anthropology, right? And we're talking about an ancient civilization then we would use the modern tools of anthropology. And in anthropology, race is a social construct, bro. And so if we're going to teach the people, man.
Let me say something to you. Just all of that you gave, and I'm not going to even be facetious and say it was word salad because you're trying to explain your point. But I'm getting you back to the point to understand that whether we black people or whether we just humans, the black Africans looked at like this panel. That is what we're saying. And whether you give it a identity or not, let me finish. Whether you give it an identity or not, that's your own premise. But what I'm trying to tell you is this. The black Africans, even of Kush and of Egypt and Ethiopia, was this panel right here because it varies in color. Look at Jabri, look at Sa, look at you, and look at me. We could have been the Egyptians. So if you want to go, I'm talking about this is just sensible thinking because you don't have to go and get all modern and high scholarship about it. We understand we understand the area where these people was at and the phenotype that these people had. So if you got something different, lay it on.
I do. I would like to say this, that the Nile Valley Africans, specifically the ones in Northeast Africa, Northeast African, right? Northeast Africans, for the most part, don't look like West Africans. Northeast Africans, and we gotta say it. I gotta say Northeast Africans, Eritrea, Ethiopia, Somali, Nubia, right? They all live in Northeast Africa. There's a confluence there of 3 consecutive continents. Okay, it's a very diverse population. All right, so there is no picket fence or something that stops these people from migrating back and forth. It's the understanding of evolution to help you understand that population. Okay, it's fine. And any mixing that occurred in Africa. Thus is why we call them indigenous to that area. Okay, but it's a different look, right? They don't look like you have a Nilotic population all the way in Sudan, the Middle Nile. Okay, right? That's at the base level there too. No one's denying any of that. I'm simply saying they never called themselves black people. That's an African-American concept fighting for struggle and salvation in a land that had enslaved them, bro. The Egyptians wasn't fighting for a struggle or nothing about their damn skin, bro. That wasn't even on the table. That's all I've ever said, bro. I've never taken away from the Africanness or indigenousness of a people. I'm talking about the people that get very, very silly and for some reason degrade West African civilization. For some reason, degrade South African civilization. For some reason, degrade Central Africa. I love Zimbabwe and the way they build. I love West Africa, some of the oldest pottery traditions on planet Earth. Like, why is it just Egypt? I'm saying they're all Africans diversified, bro. Like, I don't even get this. They are indigenous Africans. So at that point, ranging in skin color, like you said. Okay, but it's a different form, it's a different environment in Northeast Africa. One environment is intersecting of 3 continents. Wouldn't that change a little? Wouldn't that change the way people look a little bit? Right? I couldn't hear you. I couldn't. Anyway,
would it change the phenotype?
I'm saying, but it's evolution. No, that's cool. I'm just saying it's evolution at play. Yes, phenotypes. So the picture they show for Negroes.
I'm mute so I could go to the next person.
All right.
Yeah,
all right,
but
go ahead.
You finished with them up?
I'm finished. Yeah, I just want to say that the phenotypes. You can look at the Somali, right? The Somali not gonna have, Ethiopia not gonna have the exact same phenotype as Central Africans or South Africans. Look at how I said South African. The South African, Corey saying, is some of the oldest people on planet Earth. They don't have the Egyptian phenotype. So why? Why is the phenotypes of Egyptians so damn important to African Americans? I understand why. Because it was the standard. I get it. But it wasn't. I wouldn't say it's the greatest African civilization of all time. I think that's just based off of how you speculate around the issue, how you think it is. You know what I'm saying? That's not a like, it's based off how you feel.
All right.
I like all African civilizations.
You good, Suntan?
Yep.
All right.
Appreciate that though, Suntan.
Yes,
Appreciate
sir.
that, bro.
Brother Jabari, you up next?
I'm not sure why Ankh came back to rehash these comments. Because I really do think that the problem is that he is changing what the discussion was about. He said many things tonight. It's just in a little bit that I was watching. I was at the Tech-In doing spiritual stuff, Ankh. And so today is the spring equinox, so I was there. And on the way back to Harlem, I listened to part of what he's saying, and he said many things incorrect. He said Jabari said that Kemet means the black people. He said that. I'd love for him to show a quote of me saying that. He will not find one. He also said that the Khoisan people don't look like Negroes. By the way, he's even chastising people for using terms that are not anthropological, and he still then goes ahead and uses dated anthropological, dated social terms like Negro. Who still uses Negro? And he also says he chastises Karakuni for saying that she said one drop. That's not the only thing she said. She did mention mixed race, one drop, and she also said the positive way that we refer to black. She was trying to put the categories into how the social construct of blackness exists. Then he said she was joking. You saw the video. She wasn't joking. Then he tried to say that that John Henry Clark, someone who I knew very, very well, as you all know, was trying to say that we should no longer use black. I'd love for him to crack open one of John Henry Clark's books and see if he uses the term black referring to people. One of the things that also frustrates me in this community is everybody looking at a YouTube video. If you're a scholar, why don't you look at what the scholar wrote? Show us and you don't want me to do it, because I can. But I think that these are the major challenges. So here's what the conversation actually was. Garfield, primarily Garfield, and to a lesser extent Ankh, was saying that the ancient Kemetic people were not black. No one is arguing that the ancient Kemetic people had the same racial constructs that
Hey, moderators, stop blocking people comments in there, man. Let them say what they want to say, yo. You got some longtime supporters in there, yo, that don't agree with the stance. And just because they don't agree with the stance, that don't even mean they hating. Let them say what they want to say, as long as they're not attacking women and all that. You know what I'm saying? Let them say what they want to say. Over here, critique and people not agreeing with us, it's not considered hate. And it's not even considered jumping on us like it is to Jabari now. So let us keep rolling that beautiful being footage. And oh, by the way, y'all thinking that Jabari never said that the word Kemet mean black people? Did he just say he never said that before? Let's continue.
Developed in the 17th and 18th centuries in the United States. No one was saying that. What we are saying that he disagreed with was that by today's standards, they were not black. Ankh actually has moved the goalposts cross state lines. You will see him on a Greyhound bus holding the goalposts. Be like, why you got goalposts on the bus? I'm taking it to another state. That is not what the conversation was about. So that now that he has added some more complexity to the conversation, he's making it sound like he's proving us wrong. No one said that the Kemetic people viewed blackness the same way that we do in the modern world. No one made that argument. The thing that we are contesting is about whether we should view, by today's standards, the Kemetic people, not the Egyptian people. Stop using Greek terms. The Kemetic people, black. That's what we're talking about. And I wish that Ankh didn't bring this up again, because you know what he's doing? Garfield was the one that jumped out the window, and Ankh is now holding his coattail and flying out the window with him. Why, Ankh?
Hey, Jabari, let's just talk. Hey, Jabari, let's just have a conversation. I can tell you why.
I would love to have a conversation.
No, right. So I'm saying, hold on. Yeah, hold on. No lectures, Let's me and you have a conversation, man.
I'm here to have a conversation.
Thank you, bro.
But I want you to, let's just start with the Khoisan people. You said that they're not Negro. By the way, why are you using such a dated term?
So you playing right now, no, Jabari?
Let's look at them.
No, I'm saying so you playing though.
Hey, listen.
Because I don't use the term Negro black. The term Negro means black, bro. You didn't know that? Don't make a face. It's a Portuguese word for black.
The term Negro, you are now taking. Now listen, you are now taking
black
negative connotations.
I'm not, bro.
Negro was not the term. Wait a minute. Listen, you know this. Negro was not the term that black people chose for themselves. And so when the term black came into common parlance, African Americans, we'll call them that now, were truly trying to distinguish themselves from the term Negro and other more derogatory terms.
No, Jabari.
Negro is a more dated term.
Jabari, I wasn't using the term Negro, Jabari. You
used the term Negro. You said the Khoisan are not Negro.
No, I was trying to make a point, bro. I wasn't. I don't use that term. I didn't make a point off of that, and you know it. And you want to make the whole conversation about that.
I'm not making. No, I said several things.
So, but you know that I practice scientific literacy. You know that I teach the community about scientific racism, and I talked about the 20 races they talk about, and I said they settled on 5, and I explained all 5. And so we know Negro is an outdated term, so I would not use that. I was simply making the point in the conversation that the Negro, Khoisan, you know what I'm saying, they don't look like the picture that Europeans showed that they called Negroes. But you, in your infinite wisdom, you play this wild game. But go ahead, Jabari.
But there was no need to use the word Negro. Why did you?
Jabari, I don't want to continue the conversation. Why I use the word, the same reason you use the word black. Now, how about that?
Now, see, so that means that you are saying the word black and the word
Jabari, the word black is Negro. Jabari, is the word black Negro?
Community in our community.
Does the word black mean, no, forget that. And the world, planet Earth, does the word Negro mean black? Answer the question. Does the word Negro mean black?
Listen to what I'm saying.
Nah, man, I hate you, but you gotta answer my question.
Listen to what I'm saying.
So that's how you want to have this conversation. You don't want to have a gentleman's conversation? Let's have a gentleman's conversation.
Answer a question. How about let me answer a question? You just asked me a question. Let me answer the question.
What was my question? Does the word Negro mean black?
I heard your question. I'm trying to answer it. Are you afraid to answer the question?
Why would you just say yes? It means that, and then give me the explanation.
No, it is not as simple for me to give you a yes or no answer.
No, answer the question, then give a description of it.
I'm giving you a yes or no answer. In this instance, in the social construct that is race, Negro is not the same as black. I know that the term Negro can be translated from one language to another as black. But in the social reality that black people were facing in the United States, we were being very clear that we were no longer using the word Negro, we were using the word black. In that instance, those words, while they can be translated the same, have very different meanings, Ankh. You know this.
Jabari, I'm simply saying that it was a colonized term. All of them. That's all I'm saying. And it was invented by the same. I said, no, it was a colonized term to describe who we was. It wasn't how we described ourselves. And this is the context of the whole conversation. Did you claim I moved the goalposts is? Maybe we should maybe we should both study each other's position because you don't know mine. You clumped me in with Chief X, which was disrespectful. You did on that, and you clumped me in with Garfield, right? I wouldn't consider that to be disrespectful, but I don't share all his positions. My position has been very clear from the start, bro, that they are indigenous Africans and didn't have the frame reference of black, right? And whether you agree, hold on, and whether you said it or not, you sat there, and I'm just saying, you sat there and you did smash them say that it meant black people. You didn't say like you would do me on a regular basis. It don't mean that. You would actually challenge. You didn't challenge them guys on that. When they said the word Kemet mean black people, you was quiet. But go ahead, Jabari. I'm just saying.
An hour ago, you said that I said it. Now you're saying someone else said it and I didn't challenge them.
I'm saying it is that you agreed with it.
Did you hear me say that? Now, listen. I want to be.
You know what? I'll concede. Let's concede here. Oh, no. Let's concede. Okay. I'm going to concede that maybe you didn't say that.
Okay.
Now, Are you going to concede? Hold on. Let me finish.
Go ahead.
I'll take it back. Right? I will concede that you may have not said it. If you concede that the word Kemet don't mean black people.
Ankh, I never said Kemet means.
No, I'm asking you right now. Does the word Kemet mean black people?
I'm trying to agree with you for a second. Could you please let me have more?
I'd rather you just get straight to it because I'm thinking you might be trying to scam me. Go ahead.
I'm trying to agree with you.
Go ahead.
You tried to put someone else's argument in my mouth.
Go ahead.
And I actually do not believe, and there are others that I respect dearly that will disagree with me on this topic, but I do not believe that the term Kemet in its original usage was meant to describe skin tone. I do not believe that. But you decided that you were going to put those arguments on me, all of them.
My man.
Rather than
my man. Hey, my man. Hey, I told you I can see.
Rather than to me.
You're right.
Why did you do that?
You're right. Because you sat up there for 3 hours and laughed and joked and didn't say, hey, man, y'all guys are just as wrong as Ankh is. If that's the point, you didn't say it.
The issue is that
what's your issue with me? You still ain't answered the damn question. Does the word Kemet mean black people? We ain't even talking about skin tone. He didn't answer that question. See how he did that? He did not answer that question. Which is amazing. He didn't answer the question. I didn't say it meant skin tone. No, it doesn't mean black people. Because when you say black people, you ain't talking about skin tone. You saying black people, group of people that was colonized and all. We know who we saying black people. Well, black people don't got all the same skin tone. And everybody know this. What's the game here? So y'all telling me Jabari never agreed with Shigante Diop's when he said the word Kemet meant black people? Not in particular talking about the skin. Is that what we all think Jabari is really saying, yo? And it took all of that, right? Let's keep going, man. This is a foul one, yo. Remember yesterday, he said he'd be lumping me up. See? So he's allowed to come on the show and say, yeah, Unc, I lumped you up, right? And it's cool. And then when I say, yo, I'll beat you up, then I get a 25-minute lashing on, yo, everybody always saying they beat you. Wait a minute, I'm just countering what he's saying. He think he lumped me up. I understand I always lump him up. That's all I'm doing. Why is me saying I beat him up any more different than him constantly saying he lumped me up? He ain't never lumped me up. He flim-flammed me up, but he ain't never lumped me up. Go back and keep watching, y'all. Right? That's all you got to do is keep watching our tapes. That's all you got to do. Unc said this, let me see. Let's keep going. It's fire right here. I like this discourse. If I can just keep us in a conversation mode, yo, it's great for us.
That's
but
not.
Hey, Jabari, my man. But go ahead. Now, what's your issue with me? Go
Listen, Ankh, you and I don't disagree on everything. I've never said we disagree on everything. Much of what you say I agree with. But half the time, you want to fight me for reasons that I am not going to try to understand. You call my name for everything. When you stubbed your toe, you said Jabari did that. You call my name for every darn thing.
That ain't true, Jabari.
Not doing that. Because
you was on the video. You was on the video.
Disagree on everything.
I know, but you was
and
making
the other thing is this.
Fun.
Your position on the blackness of ancient Kemet is more nuanced than Garfield's was. I recognize that.
Thank you, sir.
But as he jumped out the window, you didn't say, Garfield, you wrong. You're saying that I didn't say that to other people. You were on a whole show, brought in experts, and Garfield was jumping out the window, and you said, where's your coattail? Let me grab it. And you jumped out with him. And now you've come back to rehash something that should not be rehashed. The very reason why you played a clip of me playing Karakuni is because Garfield was saying that the Kemetic people were not black.
But she actually didn't say it was black, yo.
Garfield was saying.
I know, but hold on.
And the expert that he brought in, notice you didn't play what his question was to her. You just played her response.
I know what the question was. I had the interview with the lady.
What was his question, Ankh?
He was like, did he just was call themselves black or would you consider?
That's what
hold on for a minute. Or would you consider them black people, right? And
that's what he asked.
I know, and guess what she actually said? She said, in that part of the world, right? Those modern Egyptians, they put slavery and blackness together. So don't nobody want to be a slave, and they sure as hell don't want to be black. And she said we should respect that and understand that we're saying two different things. That's exactly what she said.
Did say that.
Okay,
but that's
so listen,
all that she said.
I know. Let me finish, and I'm not going to do you long. I think the conversation is good for the community.
Finish.
And she also was trying to make the point that her son asked, well, where's the Native Americans at? Right? And she say, the Native Americans is right there, son. He was like, what? Where? She said, although they may have a different mixture these days, right? But there's still the Native population. And over time, although they have changed, they're still the Native Americans. She was trying to make the point that the Egyptians is there now are still the Egyptians. And they might not be like the ancient Egyptians was, but they're more closely related to the ancient Egyptians than any other population on earth. That's what she said, bro. You don't agree with that?
I partially agree with that.
I like that. There you go. We get it somewhere.
And you might have heard, listen, see, part of the reason is you don't talk to me.
You don't answer your phone.
You just come up. There's no reason for me to answer my phone, all the nasty things you said about me, brother.
Wait, hold. We ain't saying nothing. Hey, Jabari, you make that up. Jabari, you realize you was on my
some messed up stuff about me.
No, Jabari. Listen, you said messed up stuff about me.
What did I say that was messed up about?
I don't want to play the video. I don't got to do that. We know we both say stuff back and forth.
I don't get into the ad hominems, right?
No, listen. You do the same thing I do.
Let me finish because I was responding to what you said.
But I want to let you know that you've been on the show. My show. I ain't said nothing about you until just now, since you've been on my show. So you can't say that.
Huh? I don't understand what you just said.
I said you came on my show. We had a great discussion.
What show? This show right now?
No, my show.
Oh,
my channel.
Listen, you and I didn't.
I'm saying, but I haven't said anything about you since then. Though.
You and I didn't have always have an adversarial relationship.
We always got a little because I feel like you
changed, and I don't know why it's changed.
No, it has not changed, Jabari. I'm just not gonna let you. And I say the term, no, I'm not going to allow you to, one, soft style me, and two,
soft style you? What does that mean?
Because you, it's like I talk shit and everybody know it. I throw blows and everybody know. Hold on. I'm saying you like
bad. Don't do that.
No. I throw blows, right? You throw blows. You just throw it soft style way. They have the same effect. Right? You didn't know that. You didn't know you throw shots at everybody on a regular basis. You just do it differently. That's all. And the fact that you sitting there not knowing it is disingenuous. So of course I throw shots, but you're a shot thrower too, bro, all day. That's all.
Listen. You're not going to get in the ring and not get beat up when you're in the ring with me.
Let them know.
The reality is that anyone who gets in the ring gets beat up, including you if you get in the ring. That's what happens. So I'm saying I'm a shot thrower. I think that there's a certain level of decorum. There's a certain level of my approach is different than yours.
Yes.
But I'm not saying that if you're going to continue to say negative things about me, that I'm not going to respond. I try to respond. So maybe you're saying I soft respond. That's just because
no. I'm saying Jabari.
I'm responding to what you said. I'm not going to curse at you. I'm not going to call you names. That stuff is I don't like doing that. And it's possible.
I appreciate that.
My role as a priest, I'm not supposed to be doing that, right? So, but I think sometimes what you do is you oversimplify what I am saying. You take everybody else's argument and you say that Jabari said that. You do that.
All right, hold on.
So you sit in the room. Sometimes you just get splashed on. You sit in the room with some people who have said very vile things about me. Garfield has said the most vile things about me one could say.
You lied about. I'm saying, hold on, Jabari.
Let me finish because I want to say this so we can settle this. You don't usually settle things, but you're usually there with him when he's saying it.
Okay.
And then when I'm dealing with him, you come in to be his to hold the water while he's in the ring. You're the one holding the water and working on his wounds. So sometimes I come at you too, but I'm not gonna come at you the same way that y'all come at.
So let me tell you how I took that. First of all, I don't hold nobody water. See, when you get in the ring, I beat the hell out you. Like I beat you up every time we have a conversation. It just takes more information for people to grasp. He just beat Jabari up.
Right.
So you thinking you beat me up? I know I'm knocking you out because I'm gonna keep it scientific and I'm gonna keep it with the experts. So while you think you beat me up, I know I'm beating you up. Let's just make that clear. Second point, I don't hold nobody's water. I've heard you lie on Garfield. Now, I'm not trying to do the whole Garfield thing because sa.neter is here and I know they got their little thing, right? But I heard you literally lie. Right? So lying and talk. Hold on, yo, lying and talking.
No, hold on for a minute. I'm good. I moved on from the Garfield thing. I don't.
That's good. I'm glad,
brother. I moved on from that.
Okay, but I didn't want to mess up your thing, but he brought it up.
I don't think we need to even talk about.
I know, but why? You didn't know what you just did, though, right? You let this man say what he wanted to say about Garfield and how he wanted to say it. And when I started talking, you did that little thing to keep me from being over here all the time. Okay. Don't do that. Let me finish, and then we will not talk about that no more. Allow me to finish.
Go ahead.
So I'm saying is, I've seen you looking at camera, Jabari, right? The same way you do the shot about currency by water, it's a shot to me, and how I feel like I am as a grown-ass man, right? I seen you looking at camera and say, Garfield didn't show up for that debate. When me, you, and him was on the phone, and sa.neter was on the phone, and we know nobody actually got the link. So you never could tell the public that the man didn't show. We never had a link to show. So although you may not cuss at him, but you'll tell a barefaced lie. And you're a priest. So I'm gonna hold you here. So we don't gotta keep talking about it. I'm good. I actually enjoy talking to you because I think you can actually reason. That's why I put more pressure on you because I know you know better. I've never disrespected you as being an adept professor, right? I know that's the status you get to, and I understand what your level is. I understand that cussing at you don't make sense because you don't do it, right? I get it, bro. So that's why I'm measured. I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna cuss at you no more, bro. You don't cuss at me. I'm fine with that. But our conversation, you know that I know that I'm right there with you, Jabari. I'm right there with understanding what you think I don't. And you know it. Out of everybody you box with and all that, you know you gonna come with science and you got to be right and exact. So we cool. We learn from each other. You may not admit it, right? Because that's just your fighting style. I'm good with that, Jabari. So your conversation was that the Egyptians was black. Now, if you said when I'm saying black, I really mean African, right? And yes, you understand that black and African is not synonymous because you're in academia. You know this, right? Then I say, okay, I get what he's saying. So I've never not said that Egyptians wasn't indigenous Africans. That's what I said. And I said they range in skin color because that's the consensus. All right. So I've never been wrong in that conversation, bro. I've stuck to the consensus, Jabari. Simple as that.
All right. Jabari, let's not go back and forth during that.
No, we done. No, we finished. We good.
One of the things that helpful sa.neter is Ankh and I are hashing this out, right?
Yeah, but I don't hash it out over here.
Why not? That's how you get content. But that's how you get content, though.
Let me say
content.
Let me say that out on the phone or something, man.
Listen,
now he messed up the good content, Jabari. See how he messed up the good content.
But look, the people are. You got a good video here. You don't want to mess this video up.
We're not. That's why we're not covering it.
Let me say, we are speaking in a much more amiable frame right now, and I appreciate that. Right?
We should stay there, though, Jabari. You're right about that.
I would like to stay there like that. That doesn't mean that we disagree with things that we're not gonna go at each other, right? Intellectually, I hope.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm not gonna rehash everything with the debate with Garfield. You don't see it the way I did. Okay. You said I lied.
Yeah, I said it.
And I do not agree that I lied. I do not agree that I lied.
All right, okay, we cool.
So that's how you feel. You can feel that way. I would say 100% that you are incorrect.
And
did you get a link? Did you get a link, Jabari, though? Jabari, did you get a link?
And notice that.
What's that?
we're talking about how we agree and disagree.
Yeah. Did you get a link though?
And much of it has to do
with what?
With Garfield.
That's fine, but did you get a link? Is what I'm asking.
Now you are pretending that the only way you cannot show up with something is whether you have a link or not.
Yeah, it's online. You need a link.
Wait. If I invite you to a birthday party, right, and the birthday party's at 2 p.m.
You're a priest, Jabari.
And you're saying, and you say, you know what? I don't know if I have the address. And I go, oh, okay, I'm getting you the address. And you say, you know what? I'm not coming anyway. Then I can say, well, he didn't come to the birthday party, whether you had the address or not.
You know what, Jabari? I just got it.
Clearly said.
Hold on, man.
He clearly said that he was no longer going to do the debate. Please let's not go back and show text and everything like that. My perspective is different than yours.
You know what, Jabari? Hold on.
Wait, let me finish. And I'm willing to allow you to have your perspective. I don't want to rehash all of that.
Now. You know what? I don't want my perspective. What I will tell you is, if you're having that birthday party that you're talking about, that you invited a person to, and that birthday party is supposed to start at 1:00, and I say, okay, if your birthday party starts at 1:00, I'll be there. And then, right, we don't get the directions or quote unquote the link until about 2, 3 o'clock. And I say, well, yo, you know, I actually had something to do at 5. So that means the closer you get to the time I got something to do, that means I'm not going to be able to make it now. But if you'd have started on time within an hour or two, I would have came. And that is what actually happened, bro. The debate's supposed to start at a certain time, which was cool. At me, you, and Son was all on the phone at Jabari. We on the phone, we chilling, we good, right? But it kept going. It just was some technical difficulties. That's what makes it so bad. It was some technical difficulties, right? Which is cool. This shit ain't simple as everybody think, right? And it crept closer and closer to 4 o'clock to 5 o'clock. And at this point, you was always saying, I don't care what time it is, I'm debating. You said, I want to give the people what they want. You was always ready to debate. You never said if it was at 5 o'clock, you was going to be there. If it was at 8 o'clock, you was going to be there. Cool. But Garfield had a cutoff point. You have to respect that man cutoff point.
See, you're using what Garfield has said now.
No, I'm talking about what.
Let me finish. Like everyone knew what you just said. Notice how when you were describing the course of events, you said, I told you if your birthday starts at this time, I can come. That didn't happen. Let me finish. The reality is that it was going to start later than planned. That's true. But our debates never take 3 hours ever. They're never 3-hour debates ever. And the other thing is, Garfield didn't tell us that he had something else to do until he was saying that he was not coming. This isn't something he said before. I spent the entire time from before the debate was supposed to happen to when I actually went live trying to assist with the technical issues. The entire time. And I was communicating, let me finish. And I was communicating with Garfield the whole way. This was a conversation that was between me and him. You weren't part of that conversation.
I know.
That's why I'm saying you carry this water, because now you assume that you know everything.
No, hold on.
You are the cut man in the corner. And that's why when he gets knocked down, he falls down, he falls on you. And now
Jabari, I already knew. Hey, Jabari, I want you to know that I already knew. Hold on. I already knew this man had Jabari. You forgot I was on the phone.
He did not.
Jabari, you're getting old. Jabari.
Only time he said, you're older than me, brother. The only time he said he wasn't going to do it and he had something to do was when he just said he was. That happened in the same conversation. The same
we was on the phone.
He didn't say it has to happen by this date or I can't do it.
All right, we can let that go. All right, Jabari, did you ever get that link though, Jabari?
Yeah, actually, I sent out a link on my own.
What time was that?
I'd have to look at text, brother.
About what? About what time?
I don't remember, and I don't want to do that.
All right, Jabari. Anyway, Jabari, this is what I want to say, bro.
Back to Black East.
You let Ankh You let Ankh rope you in, and you agreed with Ankh when he.
Y'all can say skip through it. For me, it's just about character, man. It's about being forthcoming to the people, yo. I've always done that. Right, wrong, or indifferent, man. You know, nobody, Jabari, sa.neter, the debate, nobody actually did anything wrong, man. Yeah, it's live, Mika. Knock it off. Nobody actually did anything wrong. It was the technical difficulty, man. That's what actually happened. And I don't understand why it was all this. Somebody's character is in question, man. And if your character is in question, how can we trust you talking about our history right? That's my issue. We ain't had to do all that. The debate started at 1, right? Jabari act like he got some link. He won't tell us when he got done. But get out of here. At 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, man, by then it's over with, bro. Nobody's hostage all day. Nobody was wrong. Garfield wasn't wrong. sa.neter wasn't wrong. Jabari just wasn't wrong. And I sure hell wasn't wrong because I was sitting there. So I wouldn't even have did all this. Come on, man. Anyway, back to this conversation, man. And Super Wavy, you're a dedicated pseudo. Anytime you want to have that conversation, you can get it. Super Wavy can't get it. Africans can't get it. And the pseudo show enough can get it. You can get it. Anybody can get it on the African origins of Egyptian civilization. Where it was, what's the population genetic? Was it replacement in ancient Egypt? What? You can get it. You can believe that. Don't talk me to death. Come on, man. I got 20 years in. You ain't never heard of the Green Sahara till I said it. Come on, man. What we talking about here? Y'all tripping. Man, big up. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate the brother. Brother Sook. Appreciate the donation, man. Hit the Cash Apps and show some love, man, if y'all want to get the rest of this video, because this video is fire. Finally got a chance to slow the conversation down, man. And Fillmore, I don't need no credentials because I never claimed to have no credentials. Mr. Fillmore. Nigga, I ain't never, Jabari the one flinging around credentials, not me. The only credential I got is my word and my honesty to the people and the information. I stand on that. Y'all ain't never caught me lying about Egypt, lying about science, never. Matter of fact, it be so wild, people got to go back 40 years in my past to talk about some drugs or something crazy. They got to go back 30 years on me. And the funny part about it is when I get something wrong or misspoke, I said I got that wrong. Or when somebody's writing a point, I say, yeah, you're right. But you ain't never hearing nobody else say that. You know why? Because their very credibility depends on them always being right. My credibility does not hinge on me always being right. My credibility hinges on me getting it right. That's a big difference. I'm going to say this slow. Yeah, that's a cat. I ain't even going to say the Negro's name, but I see you, Callie. That's cat. Because if I got beat up, all the experts got beat up. And all the black experts got beat up. If I got beat up on that subject, they ain't never beat me up on the Egyptians calling themselves black people. Never. They can't get one real academic to say it. Y'all got the videos on the channel. Matter of fact, I'm going to start playing them experts again. Y'all made me do it. Now I got to do it. Let me finish this. See if he can get out this conversation since I'm the one always getting lumped up. Anyway, this is a great conversation. Hit the Cash App. Take that break. Hit the Cash App. Y'all got to show some love, bro. Yep. The whole chatty and the patty, the whole throwing slurs, the whole talking, it ain't free. This ain't what we doing. We're not wasting time. We here every day showing love. Every day we here showing love. Every day. So y'all get good content. So what? You supposed to have an ego. champions have egos. Hey, Super Wavy, you from the street, yo. You know I ain't flippy floppy, yo. And you know I ain't afraid to say black. And the only reason I'm saying something to you because you my man. I mess with you, Super Baby. But you don't want to have that conversation. We can set up on your channel. I'll beat you. I'll blood you in that conversation. Hey, you looking crazy. Let me check the Cash App so we can get back into this video. It's a good one, yo. We got a nice crowd here, yo. We got almost 200,000 people in the building, man. All right, show some love, man. Taking that Cash App break, man. Make sure y'all go ahead. Hey, Tyron there. You switched up, man. I never switched up. What you seen was growth and my stances over the last 20 years, bro. Growth is not switching up, y'all. All right? Growth is not switching up. Never switched up. Always said the ancient Egyptians was indigenous Africans. Before niggas was willing to say it. While people was Hamadeh was black, which is racialized craziness, which did not happen. I was always saying they was indigenous Africans. 95% of the time you hear me say they're indigenous Africans. You got to go back far. You got to go back damn near 18, 19 years where you hear me saying they was black. Remember, I played the video. So, Super Wavy, anytime you want to have that discussion, I'm going to beat you up. Anywhere, home court, your court, trust me, Super Wavy. Matter of fact, we can do it on sa.neter. I want to get you first. You got to beat your friends up first sometimes. You got to get them first. That way everybody know, hey, if he beat his friends up, he going to beat everybody else up. He going to beat his friends up. He don't give a damn about us. Yeah. All right. Let me see. I say, we rocking for an hour. And how many cash ads we got? Let's check. I don't know. Let me see. Nope, that's my man Anthony Bowman, yo. Appreciate you, bro. That was yesterday. That's love there, Anthony Bowman, man. Some people just give you love, yo. Big up to the Space Age African Astronomy Club, man. Yeah, we're gonna do it, bro. Beat my friends up first, yo. You telling us we don't need no education, just look at him to do what we do and we can know it. Man, get out. Man, you're incoherent. You're incoherent, Fillmore. I don't know what you're saying. All right, I'm waiting. Let me see. Nope. Ghost. Why you save them, Ghost? Ghost, I don't even know why you... Ghost saved y'all, because I was about to get up out of here. Hey, Ghost, you saved them. Ghost always come through. A healthy supporter, man. On time and on schedule, man. Black Royal Family, what's up? Ghost saved y'all. Because I swear I was out of here. Was out of here right there. I ain't got to do it. I ain't got time. Y'all playing. It's great content, man. Support great content, man. Y'all definitely want to hear. Matter of fact, we got to set up, man, Jabari having more conversations more often. Y'all playing. I don't think y'all know what the level is. I don't think y'all understand it. I don't think y'all understand when a person asks you a question to throw you off the conversation you actually having, right? We call it quizumship. What is quizumship? Quizumship when a person asks you an unrelated question that has nothing to do with the hell you talking about. Like, for instance, if we talk about the population of the Nile Valley, and you ask me about a damn dynasty and how they come, it don't got nothing to do with nothing. All right, let's go. Big up the Ghost, man. Not for him, yo.
Said that the Arabs that's over there in Egypt now are more closer to Kemet.
No. He didn't mean anything. The reality is that part of what is happening, sa.neter, is Ankh and I are not yelling over each other right now. So I have not responded to everything he said, and I don't agree with everything he said. So if you want to talk about that particular issue, you have heard me. If some of you have seen me talk, what is the name of that dude? a modern Egyptian dude that comes on and says, "Don't steal my culture, don't steal my culture."
Yeah, I remember.
You know who? I don't remember his name.
And he Egyptian too.
He comes on and do that. He is Egyptian.
And more Egyptian than anybody on this day. Oh, that's the funny part about it.
Egyptian. And who right over Ankh said. He's Egyptian.
Do you remember the question?
Let me finish. Let me respond to the question.
Yeah.
Because you said I didn't respond to it. Let me respond to it right now.
No, you did respond to it.
There are some people. Wait a minute. Listen. There are some people who live in modern Egypt today,
right?
That may not look like what we would consider black today, according to this nebulous term black, that do have within them some ancient DNA. But what has happened is large numbers of people, foreign people, have poured over the borders over the course of thousands of years, and some of them look different. I'm not ready, but I'm still not going to say that everyone that is there has that DNA. And the other thing is,
have you seen a lot of African people there, like black people there?
That's what I'm about to say, brother. That's what I'm about to say.
That's what I was going to ask.
He said, nebulous, that nebulous turned black. Is Jabari backpedaling wavy? Did you hear what he said? Now he trying to say that, yeah, you know, them Egyptians there today might be Egypt, but he's scared to say that. Because y'all kill him for saying that the Egyptians there today are the most closely related to the ancient population. See the question I asked him? See how he tried to ease his way into saying it, but not saying it, so that way he can always switchy back and forth. Did y'all hear that or did y'all miss that? I'm pretty sure y'all missed that. Let us continue. I ain't gonna rewind it.
Yeah.
I don't believe that Ankh has been to modern Egypt, right?
Don't do that.
And so what I want to say to you is, when you're further in the north, you will see lighter skinned people that come from all over the place. But when you go further south, people who that are less mixed, you're going to see people that are clearly African. And for a period of time, even in the late period, that began to happen. That began to happen even in a late period. You had the Persians. Mm-hmm. First of all, let's start at the beginning. What we really know, people we can call. You had the Hyksos, you had the Persians, you had the Assyrians, you had the Greeks, you had the Romans, you had the French, the British, the Arabs. All of those people came over the border. Mm-hmm. And when you see that brother that comes on that says, "Don't steal my culture," some of you may remember I said, "Brother, would you be willing to take a DNA test?" He refused. And I said, the reason why I'm asking you that is, look at the color of your skin. I would bet, this is my hypothesis, I would bet that if you did a DNA test, you would see that you have what some people like to call sub-Saharan African DNA. He refused. And so the picture is more complex than I think that you have allowed, that you don't believe that I have the ability to have complexity in my analysis.
We said we were going to talk, though. Now you give me a lecture. Hold on, Jabari. Now you say we weren't going to do that.
I listened to you, brother, and I didn't interrupt you.
No, I'm not finished that conversation, Jabari. Oh, you talking about earlier. All right, go ahead.
How come whenever I'm talking, you want to have a conversation, but I'm saying
because we off the Garfield thing and you ran from sa.neter question. You know what sa.neter asked you. He ain't asked you that.
Y'all, real quick, let me pay respect to the brother who donated. Real quick.
Okay.
Ancient Egyptians were black because most of the indigenous West and South African migrated from ancient Egypt. Kemet, Ankh, and Garfield don't know what they are talking about. That's our brother V-Man from the V-Man show. Go ahead, brother Jabari. Thank you, V-Man, for the.
All right, Jabari, you in lecture mode now. I'm not gonna sit here and listen to you flam sa.neter though, bro.
I also want to say to you that
Jabari, do you know sa.neter says something totally different than what you're explaining right now, or you just being funny?
No, I think you did answer the
question. I clearly answered this question.
You know, he said, I'm gonna tell you what the man said. The man said you let Ankh rope you into saying that the word Kemet don't mean black people. Did you answer that when sa.neter said
no? Times I said,
right.
Why is it? That's not what sa.neter just said, by the way.
What you say, sa.neter? Go ahead, ask him again.
The question I was answering.
Ask him, sa.neter. Ask him again. Hold on, Jabari. Ask him again, sa.neter. Go ahead.
No. Don't ask yet, sa.neter, because I want to say I want to be clear. I heard the question. Ankh did not.
What was the question? Hold on. Whatever, man. Ask him the question again. No, the issue is we want to hear you answer this question.
Okay,
I'm saying you did.
Wait a minute. This is what we'll do. I want to let's play a little game. Let's see how ready you is for this, Ankh.
Come on,
I'm going to type what sa.neter asked in the chat. Man. And then we'll let sa.neter answer it. And all you're going to
say, man, you won that. I want to know what was it you said, Jabari? I mean, sa.neter.
Both of y'all stop. This is what I asked him. I said, how you let get you into that? But see, he was right. I said, you said that the people that's over there now are more closer to ancient Egyptians, to the ancient Egyptian people.
Right. Yeah. Right. That's that part too. Yeah.
I answered the question.
So what's the answer?
I answered the question.
The question. What's the answer?
You said I was lecturing. And I answered.
You took too long. You took too long on that answer. The answer is yes.
Listen.
The answer is yes, Jabari.
has the ability to listen.
No, the answer is yes, Jabari, without an hour. All you got to say is yes, and then explain it. Or no, and then you explain it.
My answer is not yes.
No, you know that's the tactic, though, right?
Wait.
That's the tactic, though, Jabari.
My answer is answer is more complex than a yes or a no. The people in the North, listen, I'm going to give you the Cliff Notes version, but you have to listen. You have to listen. The people that are further north, this is the reason why I said you haven't been there, because I've traveled all throughout the country. So the people that are further north, I'm not trying to insult you.
Go ahead.
Listen to what I'm saying.
Go ahead, man.
The people further north tend to be lighter. Some of them have ancient Kemetic DNA.
I'm live, man. Did y'all see how he not answering the question? It take a certain level of education on the subject, y'all. Some people not getting it. Okay? So the question is, the population is in the Nile right now. The people that consider themselves Egyptians, are they more closely related to the ancient Egyptians than anybody else on planet Earth? It's either a yes or no answer. Jabari saying it's more complex. It's not actually more complex. The situation in the Nile Valley is called a population shift, y'all. Look the shit up. It's not called a population replacement. Look it up. A population replacement would be in Americas where they replace the indigenous population. That did not happen in the Nile Valley. But that's what our people have been teaching for the last 50 years, despite the scientific data, despite the quote unquote mapping of the human genome, despite understanding population genetics. They said they came from the South. They said invaders came in from the North and displaced the indigenous population, and they claim they went to West Africa, and they claim they went down deep in Sudan and Kenya. Y'all don't remember that? See, we got to knock it off. He ain't never beat me up in a conversation. Y'all just don't understand the material. That's a simple answer, yes or no. And y'all run y'all mouth, but y'all won't hit that link. See, this is the greatness of the show. Hit the link. Don't lie in the chat and start to stink. Hit the link. Y'all sitting in that daggone chat stinking when you should be trying to hit that link. And I like the chat because they try to fake you out. That's all right. We got some dedicated pseudo killers in the chat, man. Beat them crazy comments up. Beat them up. Beat them half to death. Let's keep going.
But I'm not saying all of them do. Many of them do not. When you go further south, you're going to see people who are less mixed. And those people, we would argue, are black like we are black. And those people have DNA that goes back thousands of years. That's what I said. So the answer is not as simple as saying yes or no.
Okay. All right. Hold on, Jabari. Hold on, sa.neter. Let me say that.
Go ahead.
Hold on, Jabari.
I have to leave in a minute because I'm getting a call that I need to answer.
I know. Hey, Jabari, let me say this. There's no evidence of there's no evidence of a displacement event, yo.
What?
Meaning that the ancient Egyptians wasn't displaced. Like a whole population came into America and they displaced the native population. That didn't happen in Alabama. Hold on. You did.
No, I did not.
No, you didn't say those words. But hold on. You did, bro. You didn't use those words. So I'm gonna ask you this. Watch this. I got you. So Jabari, was there a displacement event in the Nile Valley? Yes or no? And don't give me the whole mumble jumble answer. Yes or no, bro? Watch this.
First of all,
this is crazy. Yo.
I did answer that.
No, I'm asking you now. Was there a different thing? Is there a displacement event?
Brother, I'm not going to be able to answer your simple question with a simple answer because it's not as simple as you're describing. I'll start with this because you have a very low attention span. I'll start with this.
I have a low attention span to when a person is trying to con me on purpose.
Yeah, I'm conning you. I will start with this. I will start with this. There were several displacement events.
Okay.
When an empire falls, people scatter. That's what happens anywhere. But it didn't happen like at one time. It happened at several times. And the other thing that you have to recognize, I'm not saying this is the simplistic answer that someone who's been studying for 2 years might give. They make it sound like when the foreign people came in, everyone left. That's not what happened. Many people left, but many people stayed. But you have to understand at any given time, they were probably, sa.neter, please, if you could put us all back. I want him to hear this. And if you do that, it might cause distraction. I want him to hear what I'm saying because I think that he thinks I disagree with everything he's saying. I don't. But this is what actually happened. At any time, there were probably about 5 million people in Kemet. Today, there are over 30 million people in Cairo alone. It is the largest. It is the second largest country on the continent of Africa, second only to Nigeria. So part of what has happened is you've had large numbers of people, foreign people, who have come in. Many of those people ain't related to nobody that was there. Some of them intermarried. But as you go further south, you're going to see people who have been sitting in that area, living in that area, fishing, eating in that area for thousands of years. They're not as mixed as the people in the north. And some of that mixing happened in the late period. That's what I'm saying to you. So I'm not saying. So I will not say.
You just can't do it.
So I'm not saying to you that there was an Exodus event. Even that term is a term I don't like to use because of the origins of the word Exodus. So I have to say to you, I'm not saying there was an Exodus event, but I am saying there are three things I'm saying very quickly. One, populations did leave because when empires fall, that's what happens. Two, not everyone that is there now, even the lighter looking people, are people that I'm ready to say have no ancient DNA. That'd be a ridiculous argument. The reason why they look very different is because the large numbers of foreign people that came in. So some of those same light-skinned people, if you do the DNA, you're going to see something different. But if you're saying that they are more closely related to the ancient Kemetic people than anyone there, that I would disagree with as well. Because if you go further south, now you have people who actually have been there forever.
Did you see how he took it all back? He took it all back. That's why he wouldn't just give y'all a simple answer and say yes or no. He took it all back. And I'm telling y'all, and anybody can jump out the window and I'm going to kick you through the window with good quality information. Right? There is not a displacement of the indigenous population. I'm going to say it again. It's not a displacement of the indigenous population. There's no event that displaced the whole damn population by another population, by invaders coming in and replacing the population. When you go to war, you're not bringing your kids and family. Hey, honey, we're going to war. Okay, I want the whole family and kids to sit up on a hillside, and after we kill them up, we're going to all rustle down there. That's not how it happened. Foreigners come in, they mix with the population, the elite, the ruling elite come in, and they take over governmentship. They're not moving the whole population. A daggone population displacement is what happened in damn America, man. We're 100 million and 35 million Africans and daggone Europeans came in and displaced the indigenous population. That did not happen in the Nile Valley. Not in no slow way. All that nonsense, that's cap. It's not my fault y'all don't understand it and won't even use y'all sources. Yeah, a feeling. What you won't do is hit that link, though. That's what you won't do.
And have less mixture of outside DNA. So the people that are further south.
So Jabari, you just gonna keep going on and on and on, yo.
Because you don't seem to be listening.
I'm listening to you. You just talking me to death right now, Jabari.
All right.
Oh man, you talking me to death for no reason, bro. Like you gotta always get that off, bro. We can't even have a conversation without the lecture.
Can I go to the next brother, or you want to say something?
You keep saying
my attention span is not short, yo. Goodness gracious.
I answered a question, and then you asked me the same question.
No, I didn't. Okay, you said that the population was displaced. All right, bro. Well, I heard you. Go ahead.
Is that what I said?
I thought that was
not what I said.
So you didn't say they got the population displaced?
You know what, sa.neter? I'm out. I'm out. I have to go. I have a call, and he's not listening. Maybe he does not have the ability.
So the population didn't get this. No, you take so long. So you're saying the population didn't get displaced? It did, Jabari.
Listen, wait a minute. Let's be clear. This is not science. These are populations and social movements.
Did the population get displaced or not? Yo, hit y'all with the small displacement events occurred. What? So those small displacement events add up to large displacement events. When Europeans came to America, 100 million people didn't just dive into America and displace. That's not how it was. Small events over time, right? They displaced the indigenous population, man. They didn't amalgamate inside the indigenous population, y'all. He tripping. That's not a displacement event when one daggone population come in with 100 million people and run everybody out of town. Just imagine America, 100 million white people coming to America, and all the canoes is bordered around America, and they all going off to somewhere. Imagine the Nile Valley where all the invaders come in and indigenous population run to Kenya, Mount Kilimanjaro in West Africa. That's not what happened. Man, I'm telling you, that's not what happened. He capping. Crazy work. Funny to me, but he lumped me up. Man, nah, y'all get lumped up by the pseudoisms.
Man, I just asked you, did the population get displaced or not? You say yeah and no.
Now he is now
saying yeah and no.
My domain.
No, I'm saying what? You saying yeah and no, right?
I'm the one that's done the study. And so
he ain't done the study no more than no. Hold on, Jabari. Don't do that. You have not studied.
I haven't studied this topic more than you.
I'm saying you don't know what the hell you're talking about right now. You have not studied no more than anybody else. You do not have a doctorate degree in Egyptology, no more than anybody else.
What's on the screen do?
So then act like it then. Okay, so what do you mean you studied more than anybody? That's arrogance, bro. You don't know what you're talking about.
Undergraduate degree in African studies.
Okay, what they got to do? And
completed. In fact, the same person that you showed as your source was one of my teachers. You are outclassed.
I'm outclassed. Okay, Jabari. You know what? I'm done with this conversation. Hey, Jabari. I'm only outclassed by you talking me to death.
I have 3 masters.
And your annoyance to continue to talk regardless. And your inability to make complex ideas simple, bro.
You want to make it sound
I'm not doing nothing. I'm not. You claim you outclassed me. I'm saying we're talking about Egypt and strictly Egypt.
You did it again, man.
All right.
I'm good. I ain't tripping.
Right. Yeah. We're gonna move on. We got Brother Joe. Brother Joe, do you have a question, brother?
Yes, I do. Peace to the panel. First of all, how y'all brothers doing tonight?
I gotta break that, okay? I'm sorry, brothers.
Jabari. My question is for you and Unc. My question is for you and Unc.
You're gonna take an hour on here, so don't even worry.
Go ahead.
Take off an hour for this man.
So look, my question to y'all. My question to y'all is: do y'all think a lot of the confusion that we have surrounding this topic is due to the fact that people have not read up-to-date material? So like a lot of the stuff that we read.
Good question, brother.
They like we reading old writers from the 70s, 80s, and so on. Like a lot of information has been updated. What do y'all think about that? Where's the confusion coming from?
I actually do believe that part of it is that folks aren't reading some of the latest information, because there really aren't a lot of scholars that specialize in ancient Kemet that don't recognize its extensive cultural, linguistic, and ethnic, racial ties to the rest of the continent of Africa. The folks that said that those ties don't exist or that they weren't prominent were folks that were using data that was really, really stale. And so you've seen me quote this book before, right? This is Ancient Africa, A Global History to 300 CE. It was printed by Princeton University Press, 2023. And I want you to recognize.
Yep, that's a good thing right there. He says the Indians, really the Native Americans, got displaced in America, but the Africans never got displaced in Egypt, right? That's what I'm saying, right? Indigenous Africans never got displaced, right? It's a Jabari, I guess it's saying this happened multiple times in Egypt, and you're saying it never happened. Shaking my head. MVP, I'm telling you that the displacement of indigenous African population, that's not what happened. It wasn't multiple displacement events like it was in America. That is multiple displacement. It was waves of Europeans that continued to come to the Americas. That's not what happened. Now, if you would like me to explain what happened, right, then I could explain what happened. But that's not what happened. Nobody calls it a displacement event. Simple as that. There's no evidence of the ancient Egyptian population was completely displaced and replaced by another population, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. The evidence instead points to a long-term population continuity. How long have we been teaching this? With multiple episodes of migration, mixture, and population shifts over thousands of years. Population shifts is what it's called. That's not how we was taught. No matter what the hell Jabari say, no matter what his degree say, doesn't know what he's talking about. Knock it off. Stop playing with me. Let's go.
That as this scholar, Christopher Everett, describes ancient Kemet, he says that they're using older data, and that's part of the problem. He actually says, I just want to read this really quickly. Let's start here. Ancient Egypt was in Africa. More important, ancient Egypt was of Africa. That is not the way that the previous 2 centuries of Western scholarship have presented this history. For too long, ancient Egypt has been portrayed as if it were an offshoot of earlier Middle Eastern developments, as a region somehow intrusive peoples coming from somewhere outside of Africa. By the way, I hear Ankh saying some of that. It is long past time for us to discard these old notions rooted as they were in self-serving racialist presumptions of 19th century Europeans. Notions that too many people still today simply assume and never think to examine. The most recent generations of scholars and scholarship on Nubia and Egypt have been uncovering extensive new bodies of evidence, and they are casting aside the older assumptions and following where the evidence leads. So he continues to talk about where these problems are, and he even addresses some of the quote-unquote DNA studies that people were presenting without any fundamental analysis. So I just want you to understand that here's another one. In any case, the geographical setting of the foundational developments of ancient Egyptian history, in fact, lay in lands well south of the single late northern site considered in the genetics article. These lands extended from several hundred kilometers south of the confluence of the Blue Nile and extended from people. And he even addresses some of the quote-unquote DNA studies that people were presenting without any fundamental analysis. So I just want you to understand that here's another one. In any case, the geographical setting of the foundational developments of ancient Egyptian history, in fact, lay in lands well south of the single late northern site considered in the genetics article. These lands extended from several hundred kilometers south of the confluence of the Blue Nile and the Abai, the White Nile and the Blue Nile. By the way, you should know, he says that these lands extended several hundred kilometers south for the confluence. By the way, I was arguing with Ankh once because I don't think he properly understood the word confluence. Of the White Nile and the Blue Nile. The confluence is where two rivers meet. And those two rivers meet in modern day Khartoum, which is in the Sudan. So I want you to understand, this is Christopher Everett. This is 2023. He's actually saying that ancient Kemet's origin is further to the south, not in some this is the crossroads of two different continents argument.
I bet you I ain't read that book. The book don't say that. He ain't finished reading it. Capping. I'm gonna save it. If y'all think that book say that like that without saying the rest, that's crazy. It said the foundational developments. There's 3 areas that they talk about. Upper Egypt, which is in Egypt, last time I checked. Nubia, right? And quote unquote below the confluence. And guess what the book says? The book don't say that those populations are related, y'all. See, y'all wouldn't know this stuff. But I'm saying a person is supposed to be educated. Why would he scam like that? Y'all think I'm lying? I'm going to show you the chapter to go to. If y'all don't got the book, you just in trouble. Y'all think I'm making that up? Hold on. It's called, I believe, the Global History. Put my glass on. The Global History. It's the chapter in that book, Ancient Africa, Global History 3000, Christopher Eric. I think it's the section to go applying this. Let me see. Emergence of race. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me see if I can get there. I've done this 100 million times. Hold on. Nah, man. Early history. Hold on. Let me see what is actually. Let me get to that. I'm gonna stop the whole thing. I got to get to that part. Right? Make me crazy work. The population, he ain't talking about that. He's saying let me see, applying the various, let me see. Emergence of East, let me see. There's particularly noted chapter defining the character. Hold on, that's not it. If I know he was gonna make that statement, I'd have had just ready to get him. All right, I got it. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna take this time out because I got some love for y'all, man. Hit the Cash App, man. I want to actually show it on the screen here. And it's depending on whether you can read or not, whether you're going to get it. Let me find it. Where the hell is my Kindle at? I want to actually show y'all this here. Let me see what y'all can show you what I'm talking about. So we don't get this confused with the flammery. With the funny game, with the funny hat scholarship. Let me see here. You want to use Christopher Eric book, right? I don't want no samples. Get my books. Boom. I'm gonna click it on. I want chapter 5. Okay, we had chapter 5. Africani of Egypt. I don't want that. That's chapter 5. Hold on. Let me see. Taking my time on this one, y'all. Yes, sir. The deep. Not so deep. Let me see if I just put that in. Not so deep. Let me see. All right, hold on. Share the screen. Y'all see it? The Africani of Egypt. Look. Shoot. That's the deep background. I want the not so deep. Hold on. Let's get the not so deep. It's not so deep. It's not so deep. After the beat. Hold on. All right, I don't want that. I want the not so deep. I probably gotta go a little bit forward. Let me see. Hold on. Shoot, the Upper Egypt, sorry, not so. Shoot, I don't go that far. Damn it. Gotta go back, y'all. Let me go back. The Upper Egypt is okay. Now, that man said that the origins of ancient Egypt, right? He talking about the population too, was in the South. But I said they was talking about culture. Wasn't talking about populations, right? It says Upper Egypt, the Upper Egyptian, Egypt, like y'all know what Upper Egypt is, right? In Egypt. And the Eastern Sun Belt constitute just such a zone. Extensive cross-cultural influence from the 6th millennium BCE onto the later millennium. All right. It says, in past publications, I've called, watch this long south-north extension region, the Middle Nile culture area. The existence of this common cultural world is now becoming a general understanding amongst the agriculturalists, the archaeologists who have contributed so greatly over the past 4 decades to widening the deepening our knowledge of those regions and times. It says the noted Egyptian archaeologist Fari Hassan introduced this emergent perspective, okay, to the wider readership in the groundbreaking 1988 Argo Journal of the World Prehistory. Recently, the Journal of Antiquity, David Wingrove, and his cautioners bring these findings to date. They show that what took place was an emergence from 6,000, 5,000 BCE onward across that whole expanse, right? From a couple of 100 kilometers south of the Abari and the White Nile confluence as far north as El Dabari. Y'all know where El Dabari is? Look on the map. And the Middle Egypt. Of a shared complex, watch this, cultural developments. What they have called a primary pastoralist community. I want y'all to know it's called a complex cultural development. Doesn't mean it's the same people. You can share culture and not be the same people, y'all. Did y'all know that? The economy of this culture area, was not wholly pastoral. A variety of evidence, both linguistics and agriculture from the human dental remains reveal a collection of cultivating and harvesting of grains and crops took place as well. He claims this to be these same populations. They're not the same populations, y'all. They're a variant of populations. They're not the same people, but they share a primarily pastoral community culture. So we talk about the culture. You say, well, how can you separate the people from the culture? Easy. If you look at the Native Americans that are located in California, and there were Native Americans that was located in quote unquote Maryland, living on near the Bay Bridge or Delaware, right? They share a similar culture, but they're not the same people. They're whole different people. And they don't know when they got to the Americas. They don't even realize they came from Africa. They don't realize none of that. This is the same type of situation. And it's a particular word that they use, so look up the word. Look up the word. The existence of this common cultural world. So they had a common cultural world from El Dabari all the way down to where the Blue Nile and the quote unquote White Nile extend. They had common cultural world. And they're starting to understand this amongst what? Archaeologists. All right? Simple as that. The mistake is to say, well, these are the same people, and these people is what this. That's not what this book is saying. Matter of fact, I'll go back one click here, right? Because this it. Look, see? That the so deep story, it say the not so deep story of Egypt foundation, right? That's the statement he made. It says, and then there's a not so deep story. In the period of 6,000, 3,000, the span of the lands extending across the region, modern day Sudan, Nubia, what I say, Upper Egypt and Middle Egypt entered into a major cultural foundation. Reformation. It says to relate this history, I need to introduce a particular concept. Here's the concept, y'all. The concept of a cultural area. Anthropologists, as they built their discipline in the 19th century, encountered regions in which peoples of different historical origins. Let me do it. I'm going to do it slow for y'all. I'm going to do it slow for y'all, for the people who just can't read. When I say you can't read, you can't comprehend. Now, even Jabari can't comprehend. You know what I'm saying? Or he got some kind of thing he got to do to play the shrine god. Now, I don't know. It says to relate this history, what we talking about? We talking about the connection between modern day Sudan, Nubia, Upper Egypt, and the Middle Egypt. It entered into a major area of cultural reformation. My fault, reformulation. Now, what is the cultural reformulation? Look up these words. It says, to relate this history, I need to introduce a particular concept. This is the concept Jabari's supposed to be giving y'all after reading this book, which he's not. He's messed up the concept, and I'm saying he do it on purpose. A professor ain't supposed to mess up this concept in this damn book. To relate this history, I need to introduce a particular concept. The concept of culture of a cultural area. Anthropologists, as they built their discipline in the 19th century, encountered regions in which peoples of different historical origins had come to be involved for centuries in extensive cultural encounters with each other. Because of this long history of cultural interchange, societies of such regions, despite their desperate early origins often had come to share many features of culture with each other, and not just superficial features. They formed an interactive region of cultural interchange and cultural commonality. That's what he was trying to say, bro. They have different origins, but they shared culture. That's my point. This is the way y'all supposed to get it because this the hell is written in the book. So let's go back to what y'all think Jabari was saying, because he sure as hell wasn't saying this. Take this off the screen. We'll go back to the video, and let's see what Jabari was actually saying. Here we go. Was he saying it was a culture? What was he saying? Let me see if I can get back to it. Because he talked that shit. My fault for the language.
And the Abai, the White Nile, and the genetics are of. Here's another one. In any case, the geographical setting of the foundational developments of ancient Egyptian history, in fact, lay in lands well south of the single late northern site considered in the genetics article. These lands extended from several hundred kilometers south of the confluence of the Blue Nile and the Abai, the White Nile and the Blue Nile. By the way, you should know, he says that these lands extended several hundred kilometers south for the confluence. By the way, I was arguing with Ankh once because I don't think he properly understood the word confluence. Of the White Nile and the Blue Nile. The confluence is where two rivers meet. And those two rivers meet in modern day Khartoum, which is in the Sudan. So I want you to understand, this is Christopher Everett. This is 2023. He's actually saying that ancient Kemet's origin is further to the south, not in some this is the crossroads of two different continents argument that Ankh is making. This is not the same thing.
But you know, some of these new writings, especially when you speak about DNA, they impeach the way.
Right, hold on. We're going over to
you explain.
We're going over to Ankh. We want Ankh to respond.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Jabari, the book you hold in your hand, the author does not use the word black to describe the ancient Egyptians in the whole text. Am I correct?
I don't know whether he uses the term.
So you didn't read the book
in the whole text. I don't remember whether that one.
Okay, well, let me brush up.
I'm gonna say this in less than 5.
No, you already said your part. You answered. You don't know.
He doesn't.
You don't know.
He doesn't need to use the word black.
Thank you.
Because he says that the origins of ancient Kemet are from kilometers south of where we now place the Sudan. And no one is arguing that the Nubians weren't black. So if he's saying that it comes further south, he is saying you're arguing.
Okay, Jabari, do you realize how much you talk? Now you're talking through my turn. You answer the question you don't know.
I'm not sure. I didn't see a timer. I'm not sure what you were referring
to. I'm saying you fell into it.
Your question, but you
I say, Joe, you know Jabari gonna take a whole hour to answer, and you doing it. In the middle of me on the screen, you're still talking.
That was it. Do you have a ureter?
I just got to know what the foundations of something is. It's like the foundation of modern astronomy can be found in Mesopotamia, in Egypt, and not the Playa. Foundations of it. That don't make astronomy Egyptian and Babylonian, y'all. Okay? The foundations of it is in Upper Egypt, meaning foundation is not the whole damn thing. There's other parts that we added to it on the Nile itself. That's my point. The book does not say what he's trying to say. Simple as that. He's making it up.
Problem? Why are you doing this like this?
I have a Jabari problem. Jabari.
You do have a Jabari
I think you're the most dominant force on the thing. It's my turn to talk, brother. Just because I asked you a simple question don't mean you take another hour to make us forget what you're talking about. So it's my turn, bro, and I'm going. So here you go. Jabari, as usual, making up shit. Now, what he's talking about when he did that lecture on are you still talking?
I said nothing, brother.
Okay, I thought it was you. I'm hearing ghosts. You talk so damn much. So you did a slide presentation. Okay. I came up late in the slide presentation, right? You actually showed the full context of Christopher Eric's statement about the confluence and rivers, right? I didn't see that slide, okay? Then when I get on there, you ask a question. Do you know what the word confluence means? And share my screen. I said, yeah, I know what it means. Watch this. Mind you, I had no idea he was using in the context of what Christopher Eric had written. I couldn't have known it because I wasn't on there then. But watch this, y'all. This is the definition I gave this man, right? This man, being a college educated person and claiming to outclass somebody, supposed to know this. Can you please share my screen, sa.neter, so I can present the source? Here's the source. Clearly, the word is confluence. What I said was, I said that the area of confluence is where the three continents intersect and different populations come together. This man yelled to the top of his lungs, no, it's not. It's talking about the blue word. I say, whoa, brother. And he does what he always do. I say, no. The word confluence don't have to just mean rivers. And you kept talking to the point where you back on here again saying it. So here's the definition I read. Confluence are coming or flowing together, a meeting or gathering at one point, right? Watch this. At the confluence of Native Americans, Hispanic, and Anglo cultures, Santa Fe is a symbolic heart of the South. It's telling you that different populations can come together. That's a confluence. You, in your infinite wisdom, was stuck right here. It says the flowing together of two streams. Bro, I know that. Or the junction of two bodies of water. Bro, I know that. Confluence can mean more than one thing. So, bro, if you'd have asked me what does confluence mean in relation to Christopher Eric on that slide, I'd say, yeah, he's talking about the white now and blue now. I've been talking about this for damn near 20 years. All that outclass shit is you just too daggone slick for your own good. I apologize. Listen, yo, that outclassing is bananas. You're outclassing yourself, brother. So the word confluence can be used to mean the coming together of flowing rivers and also the confluence of different populations as shown by the Cambridge Dictionary. So what are you saying? Just say, Jabari, you know what? I got that wrong, bro. Can I hear you say that? No, seriously, because you did it too much. Can I hear you say that, Jabari?
First of all, I didn't get it wrong. And the way you described the conversation was completely wrong.
I'm done, bro.
You didn't just jump in. You admitted that I showed a slide, and then you're going to say you were giving the definition of the word confluence that is not connected to
I don't want to talk to you no more, bro.
Who the heck would do that?
Bro, I didn't see the slide because I wasn't on the program yet.
Why didn't you say?
Because you didn't give me a chance. You yelled and screamed.
I didn't just ask you what the word confluence
did. Jabari's on tape. I made 3 videos about the incident.
I did not. What happened is I was reading the same quote. You were you were there when I was reading the quote. So you making it sound like you just popped in and I did you a pop quiz like this is Jeopardy.
Okay, Jabari, but you asked me what the word confluence meant.
So what actually happened is
I'm gonna play that video. Bro.
I read the quote.
Oh, you done.
And then the way that you answered the question,
crazy, yo.
The way you answered the question told me you didn't understand the term. So I said, "What do you mean? You don't know what the word confluence means?" That's what happened.
Jabari. Okay, let's say you're not sitting up here and making it up like you normally do.
Play the video.
The way I described the word confluence is accurate, Jabari.
Not in the context of the book.
Right, but I didn't know you was talking about. I thought you just asked me. I know what the word confluence means, bro.
I was reading a quote, and you misrepresented the quote. So I said, "Wait, you are misrepresenting the quote. Do you know what the word confluence means?"
No, I did not misrepresent confluence. What is wrong with this man right here?
Play the video.
No, I'm gonna do a whole show. I'm gonna do a whole show on that. Like I did.
You're gonna do a whole show, right? Okay.
Yeah. Well, go ahead, Joe. Joe, you remember that moment? Why is he playing? Hey, Joe, do you remember that moment, though, Joe?
Bricks don't punch back.
I remember that moment.
Is he right about what he's saying, yo? And don't, because you Christian, no Christian.
I don't remember it that well to be able to break it down.
Yeah, all right. Okay.
I remember that moment like it was yesterday. It was Smash Rockwell's on the panel. It was Say Cool Keller. It was one more guy. It was 4 of them. Can't even remember the other one. Reggie was there. And Jabari read a slide. And then 4 speakers later, about a half an hour, 20 minutes later, he asked me what was the definition of confluence. What he should have done was pull up the slide again, read the slide again, and then ask me, what did the word confluence on that slide mean? He didn't do it that way. It was 4 to 3 speakers later, because they was taking turns. Then he asked me what the word confluence. I thought he just asked me the word confluence. I did not know he was referring to the context of it on the slide. That is what happened. This man was doing a presentation. He read a slide, whatever the hell, you know how he do. And 4 to 5 speakers later, he jump out in the middle of nowhere and say, what does the word confluence mean? So I told him what it meant. His answer should have been, yes, the word confluence can mean that, but what does it mean in context of Christopher Eric's book? And I said, I would have said, well, what are you talking about? He said, right here on the slide, and read the slide or read this Ankh, and then I would have told him what it meant to the context and that particular statement. I would have told him. But it didn't go that way. It's always a fake aha moment. And then everybody act like they forget what it was. He remembered what it was. I remember what it was. It's nonsense. And I'm never going to let that go. Because it's showing how our character shines through for no reason. I'm never going to ask this. I'm never going to read a slide. And then 3, 4 speakers later, half an hour later, pick out a word on that slide and say, what does that word mean? And if a person gives me the definition of that word, but the definition of the word doesn't fit the context of the slide, then I will say, yo, that is the right definition, but it doesn't fit the context of the slide. That's what he should have said. And I would have said, but what slide? He would say, oh, Christopher Eric. And I'm saying, okay, let me say it again. That's how we do that, bro. But when you're trying to catch fake aha moments, you play this wild game. And I ain't never trying to catch a fake aha moment on a person. I'm going to get you where I'm supposed to get you at. That was an easy fix. This should not have been a 2-year, 3-year conversation on the word confluence. Any professor knows that that word confluence can be used for people, can be used for continents, and can be used for rivers. But guess what? He didn't know that. He thought it only could be used for quote unquote rivers. Did y'all catch that though? I bet you didn't. Anyway.
Honest response.
Yeah. All right.
But I know that's the reason why I responded the way I did. Because I was reading, the slide was on the screen.
Is the definition of the coming together of I was talking about in ancient times. This is the area of confluence, bro. You said I couldn't use that.
Brother.
Are we serious right now? See, this is why, you know what, yo, I probably need to just chill out.
Yo, hold on, everybody, hold on.
I'm good.
I'm moving on. Move on. Y'all too, man. Y'all
no,
too,
you good.
Man.
You right, son. You got to moderate. Move on. We good because I'm looking for that.
Get that Dr. Shamaka Keita tickets.
All right, hold on, man. Let me go to Moses 777. But hold up, Joel wanted to get some tickets, I think. What you were saying, Joel?
You want to make sure everybody gets.
No, I just wanted to make sure everybody got something before I bounce.
All right.
I appreciate that, Joel.
All right, Moses 77. You on the call? I want you to know that you are in the building with scholars, with Ankh, Jabari in the building. Be careful what you say, man. Crazy stuff you be doing, brother.
Oh Lord, I'm up here showing y'all definitions out of it.
I'm
showing y'all definitions of a scholar, but I'm talking right from it. Let's read
nucleus to atoms got to do with chemists. We're so faulty. What the hell do atoms and the nucleus to atoms got to do with chemists?
I will explain it.
No, I'm not answering that.
I will explain it. Don't run, brother. Don't run. Just show the picture. Don't show the picture. Just show the picture, and then allow me to explain to you what it has to, why it is associated with chemistry.
Mo, I'm not doing that, Mo. Okay, you have a conversation with yourself. Talk to sa.neter or somebody. I'm not doing that. I'd rather talk to Chef or somebody.
I'd rather
just
say
he got more goddamn common sense than that. I ain't doing it. Go ahead, brother. Then you freeze it up with your wild technology and the car wise ran.
Fine, bro.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Explain it to us.
All right.
Okay.
So when it comes down to scientific literacy, we all know the purpose of atoms, and we all know that atoms have a nucleus in it. So I will ask this question, since he don't want to show a picture: is an atom truly functioning if the nucleus is compromised? Is the atom considered living or functioning if the nucleus is compromised? Yes or no?
Come on, this is a scientific.
I told this man, I'm not having a conversation about atoms in the ancient population of Kemet. The two don't go together. I refuse to do it. Why don't you answer it, sa.neter?
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna show you why the two of them go together, sa.neter. The reason why the
Hey, Z, why don't you answer this? Z? Why you leave me out here by myself? You gonna answer that?
Okay, he can be a clown today. He can be a clown today, sa.neter. Let him be a clown. Let him be a clown. Can you put him on mute? Can you put the clown on mute so I can go ahead and
get him out of here, bro. Get him out of here. That's gonna mess with my temperament.
Names, brother.
No, it's too late. Hey, sa.neter, I refuse to have a conversation, man.
You know he don't want to have a conversation because.
Hey, sa.neter, can you remove that gentleman, please, before I cuss his ass out? Because he don't cuss out. I'm about to cuss him out. I don't want to mess with the show.
This is
show. Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
All right. Let me go to Chef. What's going on, brother? You on the call?
What's going on, everybody?
Try media. What's good?
Peace, brother.
Yeah, what's going on? All right, two things just happened, and I'm gonna just, you know what I mean, real quick. So,
sorry, I don't understand.
Jabari and when he did reference the word, now I totally understand, and I know that knows the meaning of the word confluence, right? Mm-hmm. The issue comes when he read the source, what the guy was talking about, and the source was talking about the river. So when he asked you, what did confluence mean, it was in reference to the source material that he just read, right?
Correct.
So he was expecting you to give the definition, right? In the context that the source was using it in. So that's the issue with that. Like, y'all shouldn't even argue over that no more, right? And you gave another definition outside the context that the definition was meant for in that in the source that he read. Do you agree with that, Jabari?
Yeah, but that's not what he asked me. He didn't say, based off this slide I read, right? Yes, what does the word confluence mean? I know shit means two different jokes.
I don't want to bog it down.
Right. Yes, I did.
Y'all gotta know that that's.
You make it sound like I just showed a flashcard. It was on the slide, and he was sitting there. It wasn't like he had just jumped in. And I said, "Hey, you know what the word confluence means?" That's not what happened.
All right. So now the second part is, so y'all having the issue with that right there, right?
But Chef, can I say this really quickly? One of the reasons why it was important is because you have to know where the confluence is that he's referring to.
Right.
But if you don't even get the word confluence, you don't understand what he's trying to say. That's why I asked. And he didn't just pop in and I asked him out the blue. Now, what might have been happening is Ankh don't really listen to me. He listens to like 5 seconds and he gets frustrated. Right. So maybe he didn't hear or listen to what I was saying. But what I was saying was important because Christopher Everett is saying the source of ancient Kemet is further south than Khartoum. That's a big deal. That's a huge deal. So that was why I read the quote. And when he said something, I didn't just ask him confluence off the rip. He said something and I said, wait, you're not getting this quote. And so I said, what? You don't know what the word confluence means? And he gave me another answer. So that's what happened. I don't know what words,
he gave you another definition.
Yeah, but that means you didn't understand the context of the quote.
Right. So it was the issue with the quote and what the guy meant in the quote, right?
And very clearly he's talking about rivers. He says the confluence of these rivers.
Right. So all right, now boom. So y'all, that's y'all issue. Y'all can hash that out. You dig what I'm saying? But I think that issue when you say somebody don't understand a word that's going to be contentious. You dig what I'm saying? Like, so, but.
Wait, hold on, Chef. Come on, yo. The way everybody know about what the Bible says, Gion and Peon, bro. Like, it ain't a person in that audience that ain't read the Bible and see Gion and Peon and then see the black Hebrew Israelites try to match it up to the white now and the blue now. So that's ridiculous, right? And the fact that I explained what a confluence was, it lets you know I knew what the hell a confluence was. It's the craziest shit ever, bro.
It was a meeting place.
So it's a meeting place. So he's simply saying where the rivers meet. So that means I might not have used the rivers, but you know how I like to do it. I like to show you that I actually got command of the word and can use the word with something else to let you know that I know what that damn word means. And he knew it, right? But I got the clip right here. He didn't say What does the word come to? Matter of fact, I don't listen to Jabbar because he talks us to death. So he might have read it, read him, ship, and all that, and I probably phased out for a minute. Then he come back, what does the word confluence mean? So I told him what it meant. Simple as that. He didn't say, what was, watch this, what was Christopher Eric trying to say when he used the word confluence?
That's already implied, though,
I wasn't listening to him probably, bro.
Okay. All right, that's cool. See, you hear that, Jabari? He wasn't even listening to you.
How can you
but Chef,
Chef, you ask this man a question, he'll take an hour. How I supposed to remember all that?
But wait, listen. The point is
I'm gonna play the clip though. How about that point?
The point is important because he's saying that these scholars are not paying attention to the latest data. The latest data says the origins of Kemet come from beneath the Sudan. Ankh is up here even tonight saying, well, you know, they on the crossroads of different continents and blah, blah, blah. That's not what Christopher Eric is saying.
That ain't what that man's saying in that book. Now I know you can't read. Now you can't read. Now you can't read. That ain't what that man said.
Jeff, did you hear me read the quote again?
Yeah.
Did you hear me?
Hold on. I don't want y'all to get bogged down in that. Like, it's touchy, right? Do y'all understand anytime black people, when we do this to each other, right? We all been to public schools, right? Any type of plan like a person don't have comprehension or can't read is a touchy subject to black people. That is going to be contentious. And for us to be this age and still act like that's not you think what I'm saying? That's going to be touchy. But anywho,
so ain't calling somebody a water boy touchy too in our community? You're a water boy. You carry the spit.
That was meant to be touchy, brother. That was my intent.
And I meant for it to be contentious and all of the above. I agree.
My intent was
I was getting in the middle of the street.
To your eye. That was my intent.
I went to whatever, man.
So he intended to do that. So check this out. So look,
see, I told you like to get slick, Jabari. I got you. I told you.
He meant to touch you with that.
I did mean to touch you with it.
And I meant to throw that right hand. You can't breathe. That was a good right hand.
You said, "Do this dude got 3 arms?" He caught the left. He caught it. He caught it.
So hold on. So look.
Right,
so now we get to the point where it's some alien stuff on the screen.
What you put down? Oh, you advertising? He's advertising something.
All right. So hold on. So now, Jabari, asked you a question. He said, "Was there hold on." He said, "Was there ever what y'all was talking about?"
Displacement, the whole
the displacement thing, right? And he asked you, and I don't know if you heard him, but he said yes.
Yeah.
He said
he acted like he didn't say yes.
He said no. He went even further. He said there were several.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just more than one. He didn't act. Yeah. He said there was a displacement. You know what I mean? Not only was it a displacement, it was several of them, right? So now you have I don't know why y'all move past certain things.
Wait. I also
he ain't gonna let you do it. See, he ain't gonna let you do it, yo. Here you go.
I also said that not everyone was displaced.
Yes.
Right. To make it sound, I'm not saying that like
where
this is
going
like
to Jabari. Where they went?
Brother, could you stop? I'm not saying
I'm muting out. Y'all.
No, don't mute out. Don't mute out.
I'm trying to mischaracterize your words, Jabari.
Man, hold on.
Now I'm trying to
Yeah, got him. It's always cap, yo, because all the damn Native Americans wasn't displaced. We still got Native Americans. It's a cap.
Listen. I'm not saying that it's like a cup and that all the Kemet was poured out and something else entered the vessel. I'm saying that the answer is a little bit more complex than he would like it to be. And the reality is that many people did leave, but not everyone.
What?
And some of those people in the North are going to have ancient DNA. But I would argue that the larger concentrations of DNA would be further south. That's what I would argue. And I said it several times.
What evidence, though?
But isn't the majority of the population in Egypt in the North?
Yes.
Yes, it is. Because of larger cities.
Because Cairo is a very large city. That's correct. 30 million people live there, man. 30 million people. When you go further in, when you go to Luxor, modern day Luxor, it's a much smaller city.
But that still doesn't mean that the South wasn't still very significant as far as population, and that's where the prestige was at. So
correct.
I add that into there.
Correct. Because Waset was not only just the capital city at some points, but it was almost always the spiritual center. And whenever Kemet has trouble, the folks in Waset rescue Kemet. So now let me throw you an intellectual jab across your darn jaw. Name the times that the families of Waset reconstituted Kemet Ankh, since you know as much as I do. Name them. Name them.
I don't know, brother.
I know you don't know because you don't know as much as I do. I've been studying this for all of my adult life.
Jabari, funny, man.
Go ahead, Jabari.
Hey, I want to say this.
For him to come here and pretend that he knows as much about this as me is insulting. It's insulting.
No,
I don't know what point you was trying to make. Hold on. I don't know what point you think you're trying to make right now. I don't know what the hell you think.
I know you don't know because you punched wrong.
And no, I'm fully aware of what's going on. You tripping right now.
Don't answer the question.
And you're trying. The question is, you're asking me how many times
this is
Egypt reconstitute. Wait a minute, bro. You asking me how many times did they reconstitute themselves? What are you talking about?
You didn't even hear the question.
Right. Ask me again, Jabari. And if I don't know the answer, hold on. And if I don't know the answer, I'm not going to be flim-flammy like you and act like I know something I don't know. I'm going to simply say I don't know. There are Egyptologists that don't know everything about Egypt. So just because I might not know the question you're asking me doesn't mean you know more than anybody. I just want to make that point tight. Because you asked the question, Jabari. What are you trying to say?
If you had studied,
this quizumship right now. No, it's quizumship. But go ahead.
If you had taken one class on the history,
ask the question.
You would be able to answer this question. Here is the question again. And take your hands off your mouths because I want to hear you. I want to see you answer the question without searching for it.
Bro. What is wrong with this guy?
Here's the question again. Here's the question again.
Answer the question, bro.
Here's the question again.
Answer the question, bro.
And Zoo221 knows the answer. That's why he said
answer the question, man.
If you look at in the South, in the city that is known as Luxor today, which was once known as Thebes, which was originally known as Waset, you will see that city was sometimes the entire capital of Kemet, almost always the spiritual capital of Kemet, and clearly, even today, you will see some of the blackest people in Luxor, and you will notice that even in the imagery used for Luxor for Waset during the ancient world. And I said, it is of critical importance because whenever Kemet struggles, it is reconstituted, reassembled from people that come from Waset. And I said, name the European scholars can answer this question. My students in my class, undergraduate.
Why are you doing this, Jabari? I'm not even understanding the question. I don't. What is the question, Jabari? You go on for on. Just answer the question. You saying when thieves do what?
Zoo, did you hear the question?
No, he might have hit it, but what is it again, though, Jabari? Without all the extra shit around it.
I heard you loud and clear, Jabari. It was
Jabari,
very clear
question. Ask me the question simple.
It's an extremely clear question.
No, it's not. Not when you add all kinds to it. Ask the question, bro. Without asking students in, ask me the question, yo.
Name. I'm going to make it as simple.
Name what? What do you want me to name?
Name the times that the inhabitants of the city of Waset stepped in to reconstitute, reconstruct, reassemble the nation of Kemet.
And I'm saying I don't know.
I know you don't know, so stop asking.
Now, you name it. Hold on, Jabari. Now, why don't you name it? And what the hell that's got to do with the conversation?
Because what
does that have to do with the connect that, Jabari?
Let me explain.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me explain.
Yeah, go ahead.
The majority of people today, even today, live in the north, right? But the reality is, ancient Kemet's origin is in its south, and its further origins come from even further south. This is the argument that Christopher Ehret is reading.
Freeze. Hold on. Freeze. Freeze. Jabari, freeze. Let me answer the question. Freeze. No, bro. I want to stay right here. And I knew that's why he was asking that question. Now watch this. The question is one of them never acquiesce to a faulty premise. What's the faulty premise? If you have the answer that quote unquote thieves is where they reconstitute Egypt, then all of a sudden that means that the entire body of what you would call Kemet or the origin of Kemet would be strictly in the south. And I'm saying that's not true. I knew what the hell you was trying to do. I wanted to make sure you answered over and over again so I could show the people how you trick people. That is a trick question. Whether I gave you the right answer, let me finish, bro. Let me finish. I set you up, boy. You play too much. Let me say this again for the listening audience. Whether a person knows how many times Egypt was constituted from thieves actually has nothing to do with the ancient population. You know why? Because the people in Thebes wouldn't have known where the hell they came from. Just like Native Americans didn't know where the hell they came from. Just like people in Israel didn't know where the hell they came from. They don't know that they come out of the Green Sahara. Right? They don't know this. So how would people in Thebes know where the hell they came from? So that answer does not prove that the ancient population all came from the south. What it proves is you're conning right now, bro. Don't play with me. Go play with Zoo in there. Because you can't think past they dad going to You go talk to them, not me.
Hold on.
The question, do you know about Kemet? Then that's whether you know where the population came from.
Hold on, man. When I say hold on, y'all gotta hold on. I gotta pay the bill, man. Somebody gave a $10 donation. Mandinka Mali, Ankh, how Charles Darwin taught us we was Africans in the 1871 when we came in 1600s.
What, man? I don't know.
How did Darwin
said that? Nobody said that. Nobody said that. He just say they do like everybody. You just say anything.
Unc didn't say that. That wasn't that's not what Unc said though. Mandinka.
Yeah, just for the record, man, y'all ought to know the difference between the origin of a civilization and the foundation of it, yo. It's separate, yo. Jabari and them is not going to tell y'all. I'm going to say it again. Jabari and them will have you mixed up in making a claim about the origin of a civilization and the foundation of it. It's two different things, man. The foundation of a culture asks a simple question, y'all. When did the distinct culture identity emerge? Basically, people wasn't running around in the Sahara as Egyptians with Egyptian motifs and Egyptian language and meta-nature and distinct cultural traits and religious spiritual practices. They wasn't running around below the confluence of the White and Blue Nile with Egyptian motifs on it. That be culture, ladies and gentlemen. You know, when did people begin to share common beliefs and symbols and practices? When did they begin to see themselves as particular people? So when we talking about the foundation for culture, please recognize the difference. Why don't they just tell you that, man? Now, the origin of a civilization asks, how did the population form? Where did the people come from? What early societies contribute to it? What environmental and economic conditions allowed it to emerge? How did villages develop into state and cities? It's two distinct things, man. And see, they not going to tell you this to go play this game. Jabari go mix it up with what Christopher Eric said. He talked about the foundation. He didn't talk about the origin. Man, yo, I can't make y'all understand this. I just can't. Back to our program.
Come on, bro. I ain't saying nothing like that, bro. Get out of here with that.
All right, Jabari, go ahead. Because I want to move on, and I want to get Asar M. Ka in the building.
Jabari, your mic muted.
The reason why I asked that question is because anyone who studied the history of Kemet should be able to answer it.
I know we're not talking about the history of Kemet. We're talking about the origins, bro.
He presented in the beginning. I don't know why he did this. That he knows as much as I do.
Jabari, obviously I do.
And this is a simple answer that anyone can answer. Crazy, if you had just taken a decent darn tour of the Metropolitan Museum, you should be able to answer that question.
Did it all the time, Jabari.
My 19 and 18-year-old students can answer that question.
Jabari, the conversation is the origins, right? And you're trying to make the correlation that the fact that thieves constituted Egypt a couple times, right? And your surmise, because they know they didn't happen all the time. I don't even feel like dragging you down that road, but just because thieves reconstituted what you consider to be kin a couple times means that somehow the whole population came from the south. You made that.
That's not what I'm saying.
Oh,
that's not what I'm saying.
Oh man! So why are you saying? So why are you asking? No, or you just trying to prove that you. So obviously, you know when it constituted a couple times from thieves, and I understand where the population comes from. So does that mean I'm saying you don't know as much as me? What it's saying is that I understand ancient populations and how they divide, right? And what it's saying is you may know the couple times they reconstituted. Doesn't mean that we both don't know more than each other. That is crazy logic right there, bro. And you smart enough to know that's flim-flammery at levels unbeknown to mankind. Stop it, bro. That's my fault. Stop using that for that.
You know what? You need to stop because this is gonna get this section is gonna get clipped and clipped and clipped and clipped.
Up, bro.
And you're making it go longer than it is.
So hold on. I want to get you clear. So you saying, hold on, Jabari. So are you making a clear statement? And I know it's going to take you an hour to answer because that's what you do. Are you telling me because the Egyptians constituted or reset or restarted their kingship, whatever it is you're trying to say, from thieves, that means that the population that started Kemet came from the south? Is that what you're saying, bro?
What I'm saying is when we look at ancient Kemet and we think about the splendor of this nation, all the things they accomplished, what you have to recognize is that there are certain places and populations that were more key to the development and the maintenance of Kemet. And everyone would argue that one of those populations lived in the city known as Waset, that the Greeks called Thebes, that the Arabs end up calling Al-Uqsor, which becomes Luxor. And that city, even today, is blacker than the rest of Kemet. So while we look at the population of Kemet, remember at any given time, Kemet had maybe 5 million people. Right now, we're talking about tens of millions of people. Cairo alone has 30 million people in it. Yeah, but simply because we can sit there and perhaps look at if we had the resources, look at every single person and look at their DNA, does that tell us the story? The reality is that certain populations in Kemet were more critical to the development and maintenance of the civilization.
Well, we can
and
even
I'm
go a
saying
step
that's
further.
Not true. I'm saying, hold on, bro. I'm saying that's not true. I'm saying it's a multicultural civilization, okay? And I'm talking about different African groups, right? With different cultures from the north, from the south, in the middle of the Nile. They come together out of the Green Sahara to form what we call Egypt. You put emphasis on the southern population. I put emphasis on different polities along the Nile that would come together that would later on form Kemet. That's what I'm saying.
Can you name the policies?
Me finish, bro. You're saying that it was the southern. I'm saying that you made that up, right?
Name one of them.
And I'm answering the question.
Name.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop right there, and we're gonna continue this, man. We got our first caller, man, on the show, man. What's going on, man? What it do, brother?
Hello, I can't hear you.
Vince, you can hear me. I can hear you. I can hear you, brother. You got to go out and come back in. So everybody,
I'm gonna go out and come back in. I can't hear you.
All right, everybody was talking that trash. You need to jump back up in here. If you're in that chatty, patty, right? And for the record, right? All that confluence talk, all that this, that, and the other, the confluence, here it go right here. Yeah, it's right here, y'all. Yeah. All right, you here. What's up?
Oh yeah, man. I see why you get frustrated talking to him.
Yo, it ain't right, bro. It's not right.
I see why you get frustrated talking to him. Like he made that point. It's like, why did you make that point if that's not what you saying?
It's not right, yo.
Like you clearly saying that the population come from the South, and then he go, no, I'm not saying that.
It's not right, bro. It's confusing.
And then this the part I really don't like about Jabari. He be trying to sun you with his African study degree. Like, bruh. If you don't knock it the hell off, trying to sun you because he got an African study degree. Man,
like he's an Egyptologist.
Yeah, he think he a damn Egyptologist.
Right. And you know what's bad? That the community don't even get it.
No, they don't.
It's so bad, bro. And watch this. They'll make the mistake and think I'm knocking them. If I say Shik Diop is an astrophysicist, yo, and he has a doctorate in astrophysics, and he has a radiocarbon degree, a lab and all that, how the hell is that marginalizing him? Right. And then I'm gonna say, well, he's not actually an anthropologist. He's not an Egyptologist. It's the truth.
The truth, right.
How is that marginalize anybody? That doesn't mean that he can't take them same research skills and do a great job. It don't mean that at all.
No, see, because what they try to do, bro, they try to use them degrees to say y'all ain't on the same level. We on the same damn level. You not an Egyptologist, and I ain't either.
Right. See, that's what I hate, yo. I hate that, bro. I hate that we don't have the acumen to make those determinations right there. And we allow people to have sway and conversation where they should not, bro. Just because you remember what dynasty, remember all damn dynasties, don't mean you understand population genetics, yo, and understand the Green Sahara and understand all that. It don't mean that. It means
trying to get you with I got you moment right there.
Wow, man. But why introduce that into the middle of the conversation, though? What's the point?
What's the point?
It's not coherent to what we're talking about. You're just trying to show that I don't know something, and just because I don't know all the dynasty, don't mean I don't understand the origins and foundations. Separate things, bro.
Right.
Y'all like the origin and foundations the same thing.
Right, because I had wrote in the chat, that's just like in the Americas. You feel me? Like the origins of the Americas is through the Bering Strait. You feel me? That don't got nothing to do with the foundation of different syllables, different populations in America, you know?
I can't. Yo, bro, it's a comprehension level thing going on here, bro. Right. And it's frustrating, man.
Right.
It's frustrating, man. And people is wild with that, bro. Like, that's crazy to me. And I'm always saying, yo, I think a professor shouldn't even play that type of game. I don't even have this issue with the experts. They correct me when I'm wrong. They don't get confused. It don't be none of that, bro. It don't be.
And you know what's crazy? You can have more civilized conversations with them than these people.
It's the craziest thing ever, yo.
You know what I mean?
They don't understand words. They don't understand the difference between foundation and the origin. They think it's the same thing. They don't understand the difference between having a shared culture but different people. I tried to tell them. Just because you got the same culture don't mean you the same people. Hell,
Right.
African Americans and European
Facts.
Americans in America share the same damn culture.
Right.
That don't mean we the same people.
Right.
Craziest thing ever, yo. It's the wildest roller coaster ride. Yo, and I wouldn't even get like this, yo, if he wasn't trying to play with me and sun me and play.
Hey, so look, he got you so frustrated. You even missed the part where he had said that the people down south look more African. You were supposed to get his ass.
I know. We can get him.
Because what does more African mean?
Right. What is more African?
Yeah, you missed that part because you were so frustrated with his ass.
Yeah.
You let him get away with that one. He said the people down south look more African.
Crazy, bro. How the hell is that possible? What's the more look? The racist stance of how Africans supposed to look?
Exactly.
That what you mean?
Crazy. And what's crazy is you just played Dr. Clark saying, it was the other professor. What's his name?
Professor Cater.
Yeah, there you go. He just said there's no way to look more African.
Yep.
There's no such thing.
Yep. Look more African.
And Jabari literally just said that right now. That's why I'm like, he not as smart as he think he is.
No, he playing everybody else with that crazy. He ain't playing me. And then I'm hating. Now I'm hating if I corrected the foundation and always not the same. That's hate.
And then when you put his ass on the spot, he start walking back stuff. He starts saying, no, I didn't say it mean black people.
Oh man.
I'm pretty sure, like you said, you sit up there on them panels and you never correct them.
Come on, bro.
One thing I can say about you gonna stand on it. It don't matter if it's your friend. It don't matter who it is. You know what I mean? You gonna stand on it.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna fight.
Yeah, see, bro chooses his battles.
Yep. Yeah, but you can't sit up there and nod your head when they say Kemet mean black people. You've never said Diop was wrong on that. When?
Right.
Where's the video where you say Diop was absolutely wrong that they was? When? When did he say that?
Hey, that's why you might just need to beat bro up one good time, man.
Nah, I done beat him, he won't do it.
I'm talking about in a debate. He don't want to debate you.
He won't do it. He say we agree with everything. He won't do it. I'm tired of it, yo.
He agreed and then argue with you for 2 hours.
Yeah, right. With everything. He agreed that I said Africans have a multiplicity of beliefs the other day. Then he argued me down on that, and then he said, I'm not saying that, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. It's just crazy. Me.
Bro want to debate people he know he can win. Yeah.
Yeah, it ain't gonna be an easy one with me in that. It's not gonna be easy. It's not, yo.
He stay playing. He do be flim-flamming, man.
Yep. I'll even debate him using the same sources. That'd be a twist, won't it? Let's use the same sources. Let's make it hard. Let's see who really understands what the scholars are saying.
Right.
Yeah, let's use the same sources, bro. We're gonna use the same sources to debate. And let's see. I want to do that.
And they should do it in a real format. How in real debates you gotta submit your sources.
Yeah, we should do that. Yeah,
like a discovery. You know what I mean? Like when you go to court and the DA gotta submit their discovery.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, that's what they need to make the new standard of the debates, because people be trying to come with the I got yous.
Yeah, that'll take the fun out of it. That'll take the fun out of it.
You think so?
Yeah, that'll take the fun out of it, yo. But not for me and Jabari though. Since we agree.
Yeah. I feel what you're saying. Well, like Inky and them, right?
Yeah. You just need to get they got the moments and then beat them up half to death.
Right, because if they gotta submit that pseudo shit from the beginning, they get
an advantage for me.
It wouldn't even be interested.
Yeah, come on, bro. You done gave me all your pseudo sources. I can't even. Come on, bro. Stop. Yeah, and correcting each other is not hating on each other, yo.
Right.
All right. It's just not, man.
Nah, but see, bro refuses to let you correct him.
Oh yeah, he don't let me do it. Nah, I can't let me do it.
And then it's another thing in the community. What is wrong with saying I don't know?
I don't know.
Like, what's wrong with that?
I don't know, bro.
Hey, he got so pumped when you said you didn't know.
Bro, I can't say I don't know. I
Bro
don't know.
was like, I got you.
Not because that ain't got nothing to do with this conversation, by the way, with how many times they restart the dynasty in Thebes. That does not automatically mean that the origin of Egypt is in the south.
And then he said, I didn't say that. And then you asked him, then what did you bring up the point for?
It's deep, bro. Yep. And I don't dislike Jabari. I think at times you do a great job of handling them pseudos. What's up, the I am? What's up? And Legend, what's up?
Hey, what's good? What's going
What's
on?
up? What's on your mind?
Hey, so you know, there's a few things to unpack here. Can you hear me good?
Loud and clear, man.
Okay. See now, we dealing with origin versus foundation, right? That's one.
Two separate things.
Well, not necessarily,
I don't feel like doing it. I'm not. I swear to goodness, yo. I don't want to do it. I don't have the temperament right now. You should go study that, then come back. Because if you think it's bro. Seriously, yo, I ain't even trying to be funny, yo. Like, I'm not saying we supposed to know it right off the bat, but I am telling you, please look it up, and you'll see there's a fundamental difference there, bro. Seriously.
All right, I'll do that. But we got to stop this anti-Jabari hate.
So it's hate.
The brother is well more on his academic prowess.
No, I'm asking you. So you got a chance to explain to me how you feel like I'm getting off from you, and I'm going to listen to you, bro. How is it hate and not correcting what he's saying? Tell me what's the difference. That's all I need, bro.
Look, listen. What was it last night?
It was a fun one. Wasn't it last night?
You know. Well, yeah, I was watching last night.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it was a good bill.
It made a hate train, but I don't know how that was a hate train. I don't know how disagreeing with a person is hate, but that's the new mantra. If you disagree, it's hate. All right.
Well, I mean, we looking at
Explain.
Okay.
Your phone went out.
Can you hear me now? Wait, let me come back in.
All right, come back in. All right, does anybody want to explain how correcting an individual is hate and not just correcting the individual?
Right, that ain't got nothing to do with hate.
How is that hate, man? Explain to me. Now everybody's mind is set because sa.neter said it. Y'all hate the hate train. It's y'all hating. And then when I use the word we, I use the word we because he mentioned God energy, Ashe, and Reggie. And I say, well, we disagree. That's not hate. Just because y'all disagree with me don't mean y'all hating on me, man.
Right.
The I am. How is that hate? Can somebody got to explain that to me, yo? Because I think at a certain point, yo, somebody's incoherent in understanding English words. Somebody messing it up. All right, you just up here. You ain't saying nothing.
It just depends, man.
Depends on what?
On your intentions and your motives.
No, it
but no one, but people don't know what your motives were. So we just take it face value. No, it's not hate just because you correct someone, but it could be out of hatred.
No, there's no motive. We having a conversation.
Right. The motive is the conversation and get it right. Oh, that's our motive, bro, to give y'all right information that y'all ain't got time to get. I thought that's the mandate. When did it change? To have healthy conversation of discourse, not to stand there and rock me to sleep like Polite and them and Malachi Yoke and them and mess us all up. And I'm not putting him in the same category. I'm saying, yo, that ain't what we supposed to be doing as a healthy community. We supposed to be learning. Yes. We're not supposed to be, you give me a lecture and that's it. And if I say something against it, then it's hate. That's not hate. My motive is to give correct answers. It's my motive. Whatever motive would I have?
Motive doesn't matter in this case, correct? Even if someone hates you and they're giving you erroneous information, you have to take the statement on its face value. And if they hate you and they give you good information, you still have to take the information at its face value. I think it takes quite a weak person who is in a heated discussion to then turn to, well, you hate me or you're hating on me. At the end of the day, it's like if you cannot somehow engage in a conversation without resorting to having your feelings hurt, maybe you should not have online debates. You should probably stay away from online conversations because they tend to be harsh. They tend to delve into a little bit more of a heated environment. And unfortunately, if that is something you're not accustomed to, then maybe you're not thick-skinned enough to deal with those consequences.
Well, I think the conversation is like the way it's going because is it possible that both of y'all are incorrect?
Yep. How about that? See how easy I said that? Yep. See what I'm saying?
That's not the case, but it's a possibility.
Of course it's a possibility, bro. I'm scientifically literate, dude. Do you think I get everything right? But I ain't this far off, though. See what I'm saying? Y'all forgot that this man sit on this show. Here go the show right here. The show is entitled Professor Jabri, Say Cool, Smash Rockwell, and Unks and Garfield Expert Embarrassment. So they trying to embarrass me right here. All right? That's what they doing. How the hell am I embarrassed? How many speakers on this panel? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this the one where he asked that damn question, right? I'm going to go to the timestamp. I'm going to show y'all. Y'all see that timestamp right there? That's a 2 minute 30 seconds. That's a 2 hours, 30 minutes, and 48 seconds. This when he actually asked that damn question. Look, I'm going to show y'all something, yo. The 2 hour mark, he asked me this question, 2 hours, 7 seconds. Hold on. Look. And he expect me, how does he expect me? How would anybody expect? Now watch this, watch how I go. I'm gonna show you this, look, watch this. Look, let me show you why our conversations are horrible at times. Look.
So I don't understand how when we are contrasting what has been said and actually saying what he used to say, now we should be offended because we're saying what he used to say before he got himself turned around. So let's look at.
So he talking about me. I ain't used to say no damn Egyptians was black. That was damn near 15 years ago, bro. On this last 7-year run we had, y'all been very consistent with it. So he capping. But watch this. Look at this. Look, this when he put up this slide. Now, how the hell I supposed to know he gonna take a word off that slide and ask me to define it damn near 20 minutes later?
What Christopher Everett says. What he says is even more powerful than the term black. Listen to what he says here. Listen to what he says. I want you to read.
What the hell did that mean? More powerful than the word black?
I thought black was the most powerful thing, according to Black.
Here you go. Watch this.
What he says.
Oh, man. So you got
he's not saying listen, I didn't interrupt you.
Yeah, Unc, he didn't cut you off.
I did not interrupt.
The hand serves as the same thing.
No, the hand was me raising my hand saying that I wanted to speak. That's it.
No, go ahead.
That's it. And if you want to raise your hand, you can. It doesn't distract me. So look, this is what is said on pages 84 and 85 in this book, Ancient Africa, Global History from 300 CE, Christopher Everett. It would be weaker for him to just say the ancient Kemetic people are black. Listen to what he says. Does he agree with Ankh and say that the people that are there are always the people that were there? Listen to what he says.
Then we got the damn bell going off. Going off. What the hell is all that?
That's sa.neter. sa.neter is hype man.
Hype man cheering them up. How's that not a home field advantage? I'm not mad at that. I can take it, but don't act like it's not a home field advantage. That's all I'm saying. Don't act like that.
Yeah, you playing the away game, bro.
It's the away game for me. And I got blackologists on there. And the only real Egyptian is this guy right here. Right here. Bennu. Right there. Y'all see him? Nadar Bennu. He's the only real Egyptian right here at the bottom of that. Right there. Right underneath for me. Watch this, though. This is the slide that he won't even remember one word to define, yo. Yo, how much sense do it make for you to pick a word off of this slide right here, yo, and then 20 minutes later, ask me to define that motherfucker in the context of this slide, yo. How's that even reasonable? But y'all all went for it. What? Look, here you go. Look.
Case, the geographical setting of the foundational developments of ancient Egyptian society, in fact,
foundation, not the origin, but foundation,
lay in the lands well south of the single late northern site considered in the genetic article. Do I have to read more?
Yeah.
Or are you going to read that right now?
Yeah, I thought you wanted me to read.
Let's go. That was a rhetorical question, brother. It was a rhetorical question.
I thought you said we was going to read it together.
It does not demand your response. Here we go.
I thought we read it together, Jabari.
Brother, stop. These lands extended from several hundred kilometers south of the confluence of the White Nile and the Abai or Blue Nile rivers, northward to the archaeological sites of El Badari.
Now, ain't it at this point, shouldn't he ask me what the word confluence mean, yo? Like, wouldn't this be the time to ask me that, yo? When we on the slide, yo. Think about that, yo. This would be the time in the conversation to ask that question, yo.
In Middle Egypt, 1,500 kilometers farther north. It was this vast stretch of land and not the northern areas of later Egyptian history that constituted the foundational cultural regions, foundational cultural regions and the cultural heartland of ancient Egypt. The physical anthropological findings from the major burial sites of those founding locales.
Yeah, so it's not the origin of where how populations founded, came together and all that. When you talk about the foundation, you're actually talking about the culture, bro.
Okay, I got a question for you.
Don't ask a question. Stay right there, yo. Come on. Don't mix it up. This man is talking about the foundation. Christopher Eric's talking about the foundation, bro.
I'm dealing with that. That's what I want to deal with. I want to deal with the origin and foundation. What you talking about?
It's two different things, yo. You have to be able to understand it to have a coherent conversation. If you don't, I don't understand it. It doesn't make sense for us to argue. Just say, explain it, Unc. I don't understand it. Don't argue with me before you understand it. If you don't know what a sports car is, why argue with me with an SUV? It's a crazy argument.
That's what I'm saying. I think both of y'all are wrong because y'all don't even know where man started. Where's the origin of man? How you gonna get
what? All right, hey, bro, mute him out, please. Mute him.
That's insane. You're down.
Please mute his ass out.
That's
why? Because you fearful of the question.
Hey, bro, mute up, bro. Mute up, bro.
We're done with one section.
Are you scared? Are you scared or fearful?
Bro said we don't know the foundation of man, bro. Mute up, bro.
Yeah.
If you don't know the origin of man, how you gonna know
we do know the origins. Mute up, bro.
No, y'all don't. No, you don't.
No, you don't. You don't. Say you don't.
Stop. Everybody stop. We're going to do this. Everybody stop.
Don't be a crybaby, man.
Don't embarrass yourself.
Hold on, relax.
Don't be retarded.
Don't
embarrass. No, we ain't name calling, bro.
Yeah. Don't embarrass.
Don't embarrass. You didn't be wrong, yo.
Okay.
Don't do that.
Explain the point you're trying to make, yo. So I can keep going because you're messing this up. Matter of fact, hold that. Your thing is, since we don't know the origin of man, we don't know the origin of Egypt. That's what you're basically saying, correct?
Man, you know I ain't stupid. I'm straight. I get straight to the point. Thank you, you understand. They may not understand your other friends on there, but
all right.
You sure you not stupid?
No, I ain't calling it.
Well, I don't mind being stupid if I'm stupid, but if I'm not stupid,
no, we're not doing all that.
I didn't call you stupid. I said, "Are you sure you're not?"
No, I didn't say you called me stupid. You don't listen, do you?
No, I mean, hold on, man, y'all. Listen. So,
all right, I'm gonna mute up.
Where's the origin of humans at, yo? How does that make sense with this?
What I'm saying is, how are you intellectuals gonna teach about the origins of Egypt or Egyptians? And you don't even know the origin of where man come from.
Where did man come from?
That was not what we can get on that.
No, man.
Hold on. What I'm saying is, I'm not even saying I know at this point. That's not part of my conversation. My conversation is, how is someone going to teach me? How is the professor going to teach me the origins of Egypt? And that professor don't even know the origin of man.
All right. First of all, we talking about the foundation. We're not talking about the origins. That's first.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
I told you that, and I said they're two different things.
He don't know the difference.
It's two different.
I agree with. I mean, okay, that's cool. When you say it's two different things, I don't got an issue with that because that's not even my point.
Is how the population formed, where the people came from, yo. What early societies contributed to it? What environment? What economic conditions allowed for the population to emerge? Was they following sheep? Was they following herds? What was they eating? Where did where did the population come from? The foundation, we start to talk about the culture, the language, the religion, the custom, the art, traditions. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference, bro. So Christopher Eric is talking about that, not the origin of the damn people, but Jabari is misapplying it, and he gonna make a whole scam on how he ain't said, and we all heard him say it. And this is what frustrates me, man. The brother can be wrong. He mixed up foundation with the origin of the people, man, and we all heard him do it. Now watch this. Let me finish this clip. This clip is showing where we got to the confluence part. See it right there? These lands extend from several hundred kilometers south of the confluence of the Nile. He's reading it. He should have asked me what it meant at this point, but he didn't. Watch this.
In ancient Egypt in the north, come on. In the fourth millennium BCE, notably El-Badari, as well as Nagada, show no demographic indebtedness to the Levant. They were
He's simply saying that those regions didn't need nothing from the Levant. They're not indebted to them. They didn't need their farm, they need their grain, they need nothing from them. He's simply saying it's the culture the foundation of culture is in Africa. It's what the man is saying. Talking about Christopher Eric.
They reveal instead a population with cranial and dental features with closest parallels to those of longtime populations of the surrounding areas of Northeast Africa, such as Nubia and the northern horn of Africa.
We all agree it's a Northeast African population. Not a problem. I named them before. Somalia, Ethiopia, Eritrea, Nubia, Egypt. That's why we say they're Northeast population, and that's why the scammers don't want to say that. They don't want to say it's a Northeast population because they know what it brings.
Hey, Ankh, would you include Libya into that?
Yeah, Libya. Yeah, I don't think Libya's in Northeast Africa, though.
No, but I'm saying, would you agree some of those people make up Egyptians?
Of course.
Okay, all right.
Without a doubt. They come out the Green Sahara together. How about that?
Right.
Okay. Here we go.
Members of this population did not come from somewhere else, but were descendants of the long-term inhabitants of these portions of Africa going back many millennia. He is saying to you that the foundational cultures of Kemet, the people of Kemet, come from the south in Nubia and the Horn of Africa, Ethiopia, Somalia. He is not saying that the people that are there now, Ethiopia, Kemet, come from the foundational cultures of Kemet. The people of Kemet come from the south in Nubia. And
that ain't what he's saying. That word,
oh, yeah, I'm about to say, you got to pause it.
El-Dabari right there, yo, it's not south in Nubia, yo.
No, but hey, did you see what he just did?
Yeah,
he said, look, he said the culture, which he's right about, right? And then he switched it to the peoples.
Yep.
He added in the people.
We call it the double switch. It's called the double switch, and it continues the audience to double.
They ain't coming from nowhere. He was illustrating the vast area where you see a particular cultural expression.
Right.
Say it again, Cedric.
That's the vast area in which you see a particular cultural expression.
Right.
Thank you, bro. It can't just be us, bro.
Yeah.
It can't be us. It's a fundamental problem here. It has to have something to do with, I'm not even going to say it's Jabari reading comprehension. I'm going to say it's his biases to make him read a sentence and see something different.
That's facts.
That's what it is, yo. It's because it's his close relationship. It's because he's a priest and he's in a shrine. And the running material for so long in these communities was they came from the South, all of it, the whole population.
Right. And he take field trips there.
No, this is pure disingenuousness. Because I'm a come off hard from last night. It's pure disingenuousness. Jabari doesn't want to admit that he's wrong, that he's really out of his academic depth when he's having this conversation. He can do the priestly stuff because he can make that up. He can use outdated white people stuff that they made up off of just look of shit. He can do all that, and that's fine. But when it comes to this academic conversation, Jabari's out of his depth. Yesterday, I am still waiting, and I do not want to hear another word of Jabari until he explains what energy is.
We're gonna do that on the pseudo killers.
Hey, you trying to mess up the field trip money?
No, I'm not trying to mess up the field trip.
That's why he don't like you. You trying to mess up the field trip bag.
Hold on. You know that's gonna be considered a statement of hate, right? He got y'all convinced that he take people on scientific expeditions to Egypt.
Right.
He's taking y'all on a trip, yo. And he teach you about some general history of Egypt. He knows the sites. He's been there long enough. And I think that's good for African Americans, bro. All right. He's an African American, born and raised in America, tour guide, yo. They understand.
Bro said he doing anthropology. He
ain't doing no damn anthropology, yo. And the fact it's crazy, yo. I ain't saying I could do that. I'm not saying that right now I couldn't tour guide y'all to Egypt, yo.
Hey, that's why he threw it in your face. He said, Ankh, I've been there. More, he said, you haven't been there, Ankh.
Yeah, I don't like
a curated trip.
I've been there.
I live on a Caribbean island, and this is something that people do, right? So we have individuals from the island that live in the States, and
I don't want you to go too far right now. Let me just get this through. I ain't trying to cut you off. I want to keep us in the space of, we went a little bit too long where that word confluence was on the slide, right? And that was at 2 minutes and 20. Hold on. It was actually 2 minutes, 7 minutes, and 14 seconds, right? Now watch this. Hold on.
In the Horn of Africa, Ethiopia, Somalia. He is not saying that the people that are there now phenotypically or culturally represent ancient Kemet.
Yeah, see, he's still trying to slip it in. He's trying to slip that whole cultural replacement. Right or wrong, Cedric? Ain't that what he's essentially saying? He's essentially saying, okay, all right.
That's exactly what he's trying to do.
All right, hold on. I want to stay on our main point.
This is even more powerful than simply talking about their phenotype. He's saying that and I want you to be clear, he is also talking about phenotype. Notice he said they reveal instead.
How is he double talking? He's not talking about anything.
A population with cranial and dental features with closer parallels. In other words, that's what we could say is a phenotype. He's saying their phenotype is similar to those in Nubia, Somalia, Eritrea, Ethiopia.
And it's still there today.
Right.
What the hell is we looking at?
Right.
And they're not related. And they're not related to Jabari and all the blackologists.Ese are different people. Completely. It's the fakery of all of it. Correct. The fact that they're arguing over confluence as if it means merging. Right?
But that's fine. But hold on. Let me just get here. I want to get here. Hold on. I want to show y'all how long it took. Now he just started this. Look, talking about the slide. I have no idea that 20 minutes later he gonna ask me about that word confluence, yo. Watch this.
That's what he's saying here. I question, brother, whether you read this book.
See, now you question.
This is from pages 84 and 85 in the book. If you have,
can we do what you promised? Can we read it together?
Wait, I'm not finished yet, brother.
And then we're gonna read it together, right?
He wouldn't let me read it together with him so he get some clarity, like we just did. He wouldn't allow that to happen. Because I didn't show it, but he said, "Yeah, we read this together. I want you to read it." Because I'd have broke down every paragraph. But anyway, hold on.
Like you promised.
I'll stop.
No, I want to read it together. Like
So what you're going to do if you get this book?
I got the book. No, I got the book, nigga.
Turn it right Turn it right side up.
No, I want it upside, because you read it upside down. What you just did was upside down, so I want to do this with you.
So what you need to do when you read the book is understand that Christopher Ehret is saying that ancient Kemetic society comes from the south. It comes from the area around Sudan. It comes from the area around Ethiopia. It comes from the area around Eritrea, Ethiopia, Somalia. That is what this scholar is saying.
Still wrong.
So he's not making, I don't know who's speaking. So if you are making an argument, I want you to understand that is what the article says. That's what the book says. And
El Dabari. It's say Nakata. Anyway, man.
That's the same thing that we hear from Dr. Karakoni. Smash.
Let me move forward.
I want you to find an article, find a source that says that ancient Kemetic society is exactly, let's even go phenotypically, that the phenotype of ancient Kemet today is the same phenotype as it is in the ancient world. And let's read the sources. Let's read the sources and say, well, how did they come to this conclusion? Because the experts are now agreeing with us. And I know that you said at one point that I'm trying to insult us
never changed.
by using the term. I'm gonna ask you to get kicked out in a second if you can't wait.
So you're gonna kick the only Egyptian off the panel. This is the only Egyptian. He's getting kicked off the panel.
Because if you're gonna speak over me, you're gonna have to
crazy, man. Can you kick him out? He's disrespectful.
You're gonna have to leave him.
He is of no value. Get rid of him.
So let me get this straight. The person is actually an Egyptian, has no value to a conversation about Egyptians.
They don't want to even hear him.
I just want to make sure I get this. Hold on. I'm getting off my point. My point is to show you when he finally asked me to define a word. So hold on, let me keep going.
So what I'm saying to you is,
he's kicked out.
Is that the experts are now saying this. You don't have time to Google. That is because you're a scholar.
See?
Why? Because you're the real black atheist. That's why.
What they got to do with any of this, man?
How dare you try to put Jim Crow on me?
See?
How dare you?
He the one agreed with the one drop rule. That's Jim Crow. He did that, not me. He went with the one drop rule. He went with the pseudoscientific idea, not me. I told him they were pseudoscientific for that. Let me stay on the point. It's so many crazy. Hold on.
So what I want to do is I would like to go back.
Listen, but I want you to understand.
I would like to go back and put that back. Your source. I want to go over your source, Jabari.
I want you to understand.
Jabari, I don't want to hear that. Are you finished, Jabari?
I want you to. I'm not finished, or else I'd stop speaking.
But keep that up, though. I want to go back over the material you just did.
I use this book for is Satan. Who
just came to our show? You have to keep quiet,
bro.
You need to keep quiet. You came to our show.
Hey, sa.neter, he said he wanted me to read the source with him, yo.
You just came here to talk. You met us on our show.
Hold on,
don't start telling us what you want.
Come on, yo. I didn't even have to stay here, sa.neter.
If you want to stay, you can go.
Hold on. Listen, this is their show.
So then why you make me stay here then, dog?
Bro, you gotta let
No, the nigga just misread his source and you gonna let that fly?
No, you're gonna speak after him. You gotta
then I gotta deal with that nut. Come on, bro.
No,
it's right here in front of their face. This nigga misrepresented that shit.
The brother wanna
I'm trying to do what we just did and show how he misrepresented that, bro. And he wouldn't let me get it off, yo. It's frustrating. Watch how long did it take to get back to me. Watch this.
No, he don't. Let me deal with Jabari, and then let's see Q run his wild mouth. Come on,
I have to speak now. You address both of us.
Man. All right, I'm out of here, yo. I'll just run the video back and show all the geographical features that he lied. All that shit is in Egypt, and then we'll talk later. I'm out. I don't gotta deal with this foolery, yo.
What?
Hey,
you didn't know that, Jabari? You didn't know that's in Egypt?
Hold on.
What? You didn't know that?
Jabari, why are you responding, brother?
I'm not responding. I'm not responding.
You ain't know Nakata, all that's in Egypt.
I'm not responding. Listen, I read the book. Okay, I have the book right here.
What are y'all doing right now?
Listen. No, you think we are all babies here. I read the book.
Let him go, He got the book.
You think you stick up and that is nothing. Project that man is right to feel that. Understand it. Wait,
come on, bro.
That's shaking the what?
They even let Sekou go before you.
After the white lady, he was clapping. Man, Ankh. This is how it's the your black is, and we know in Africa they don't not come from people.
I say
it real quick.
All right, I just want to talk to you on this right now, right? None of that shit they just said. I said. What I said was, Jabari, in that book, that man is not using the term black. He faked y'all out for 35 minutes and talked about some other shit. I don't even know what Jabari was talking about. He has not showed you in that book that they're using the term black. Now, Jabari, do they use the term black in that book? Yes or no to describe the Egyptians? Yes or no, Jabari? I'm asking you a direct question. Huh?
What he says, he does not use the term black.
Thank you. Okay, that's enough. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
That's a sa.neter. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. So, okay. Sa.neter, that's actually all I say. He went on to showing a slide about this and that and the other. He ain't read the book. And then, based off his source, the sources actually, when you're reading like the Jabari and Nakata, that's actually in Egypt. He's not telling y'all that though. What the guy is saying is actually there's three regions, right? There's Upper Egypt. Watch this, right? There's Nubia, but actually probably Lower Nubia, right? And then like Khartoum. And he's basically saying that those regions in ancient times kind of coalesced with each other. That's what he's really saying. Yeah, man, they have culture that's similar, but they different people. That's what the hell the man was saying, yo. But look how long it took me to get that out. Now watch he come out of nowhere with that wild question about the confluence. Look how long I had to go through say cool and all that talking. Watch this, look. So these guys fuck with the wrong nigga. I'm on my A game. Jabari, I got you, bro. You know what you just did to these people? See, while I'm talking, he got that hand raised. It's distraction. It's a tactic. It is. Yo, look how big his hand is. Hand bigger than
I hate when people do that, too.
It killed me. It just...
Yeah. It's like, even though they try to use it as like a respectful thing, it's really disrespectful.
It's a tactic, bro. Come on, yo. I had to wait till you say cool finish. Watch this, look. Yo, and as for you say cool, why y'all playing with me like this, yo? Once again, the geographical reasons they read the Jabarian, right? Reggie, can you confirm that Nakata and the Jabarian, right, is in Upper Egypt? Can you help me out with that? The Middle Nile and all that. Can I get that? Is that a yes or no? So why did he misrepresent that to the people like that? Yo, he's supposed to be a scholar, right? But he actually played with me. He ran around the word black, and then he act like it was something like, what are y'all talking about? Second point, say cool. I have never said, and Reggie can confirm this, I have never said that an outside group created Egypt. As a matter of fact, Brother Reggie sent me something from the Brooklyn Museum. I just got back from the other museum. Nobody says that the Egyptians came from the Levant and built Egypt. Why are you trying to... I've never said that. But see how they lied on me? I've never said that. Put that on me, say cool. You call me a coward. You're a goddamn liar, bro. I've never said that. Now, as for me calling myself the real black atheist, I am black and I'm proud. I am black and I am proud because I am a result from my ancestors that was racialized and their name was stolen from them. And so we make it the term of endurement. But those people back in ancient times, Joe, I can't put that on them. I can't put that baggage on them. They had their own indigenous names. As a matter of fact, the word Kemet actually, see, y'all African deniers, because the word Kemet actually puts them in a rightful place in Africa. Last time I checked, the Nile River is in Africa. So what they named themselves tied them to their economy. What's their economy? It was a beautiful African farming community. And they understood based off the black soil, things grew like wildfire. As a matter of fact, people on the outside world was acting like they wasn't farmers. They'd be like, shit, you just throw some seeds and grow. Y'all not real farmers. So what I'm telling you is, as y'all try to change the name that the indigenous people name themselves, you're actually removing them out of Africa. Having brown skin don't make you African. Anybody living around the equator will have brown skin. So I'm going to close with this, Jabari. at the end of the day, when the lady made this statement that the Egyptians would have to move to the back of the bus, right? Or if you was in the South during Jim Crow time, they would be considered black. What she's really saying is at that point, everybody would be black. At that point, the majority of people on earth are people of color. At that point, all humans are fundamentally African. That does not help y'all. I'm trying to figure out, is it me? I know it ain't me. Now, Chief X, I actually expected a little more from you. I actually did. I thought you would actually take her statement, right? Listen to her words real closely and then look the stuff up. Once you look the stuff up, our freedom fighters are actually pushing Jim Crow standards to a 24 population, That's crazy to me. If you tell me that the Egyptians would be black based off of American standards, what are the American standards? In the 1930s, it's called Jim Crow standards. I don't care how many times I tell you, I don't care how many times I say this, somebody got to recognize it. Damn, he kind of right. That's pseudoscience. So y'all a bunch of pseudoscientists every time y'all say that. And yes, I'm black and I'm proud because I'm an African American. The Egyptians were not African Americans. The Egyptians wasn't black and proud because they never had to be that. I'm done.
Oh. Can I respond? He said a lot that I didn't.
I had to say a lot.
Can I please
By the way,
respond?
just quickly, Jabari, I want to tell him that Christopher Herod agreed with the two cradle theory of Diop, the African of matrilineal.
Yes, he does.
Boom.
Yes, he does.
Boom. It's my man, say cool.
Can I show you sa.neter?
Yeah, he agreed with the two cradle theory.
I have to say, wait a minute, don't show yet. Wait, hold on one second. Don't share it yet. What I want to do, because my screen is still setting up, what I want to do is show you that he claims that I misread the source. I read the book. And he actually says that he's trying to tell me where El Badari and Nakata were. I've actually been to those places. I know where they are.
Where's it at, Jabari?
But the problem that he's doing is he doesn't understand what he read. I want to ask him two quick questions and I want him to answer. Number one, Ankh, without looking, what does the word confluence mean?
Now, y'all remember when he asked me that? You remember when he first put that slide up? That was at 2 hours, 7 minutes, and 14 seconds, yo. I didn't argue back and forth with say cool, talked us to death, did what he did. I went back and forth. How in the hell am I supposed to remember a word on this slide, yo, at 2 hours and 7 minutes, yo?
Right. He should have provided you with the context right there.
Thank you. Is it me, bro?
Right.
He said without looking and simply ask you what the
Right.
word means.
Right.
So without looking and you ask me what the word means, I'm going to give you the general definition.
Right. He didn't give you no exactly.
How I supposed to know that, yo? That's all the way back here, y'all. Look, it's all the way back here. I ain't making it all the way back.
You had to battle through Sekou and everything.
Right, all that. Look, that's 2 hours and 7 minutes. All the way back here, we got that slide up. I know y'all can see it, dog. I know y'all can see that. All the way here, yo, dude. 2 hours and 34 minutes, yo. That's damn near 30 minutes later, yo. I supposed to remember a word on a slide.
Right.
All I can do is give the definition of the word. He the one don't know the definition of the word. He the one think it only mean river. That's him not knowing. But see, y'all don't understand that.
Right.
Watch.
And number two, do you consider the Nubians black?
The area of confluence is the area where people mix, come together. That's the area of confluence.
No.
No. So that's not an area of confluence.
Now let me show you why he didn't understand what he read.
What?
Let me show you why.
I didn't read anything because the nigga wouldn't let me read it. Remember?
Right.
I said,
You even tried to, right?
He wouldn't let me read it.
Right. That's
What
bad.
I didn't see was be proud of that. He said, I'm gonna let you read it. And we was gonna go sentence for sentence. He wouldn't let me read it, man. See, this is why I be so frustrated, yo, because y'all forget. I don't be forgetting the conversation in the middle of the conversation, yo. That's my strong suit. I can remember the conversation. Why would he say, I didn't understand what I was reading? I never read it. He read it. Why would he say it? Of confluence is the area where people come together. That's the area of confluence.
No.
So that's not an area of confluence.
Now let me show you why he didn't understand what he read.
Let
me show you why. Let me show you why he didn't understand what he read. Now watch this. Let's do this slowly.
I know, so Jabari,
this is what this says. Look at this.
No, but what is it?
It says, brother, stop. I listened to you.
What's the word?
Listen, it says these lands extend from several hundred kilometers south of the confluence of the White Nile and the Abai or Blue Nile. Let me show you what this means. Because clearly, if he had been there or studied history like I had, he would know what this is.
Wow.
Look at where the White Nile and the Blue Nile meet. And now let me take you zoom out and show you what modern country that would be in. Can you tell me?
I already talked about Khatun and all that, man. Man, this is 35 minutes later, yo. Yeah, bro. Yeah, it's impossible, yo.
Yeah, that's
actually impossible, yo.
That was just disingenuous right there.
Yeah, you have to be quite the smooth. You have to be quite the
They say Jabari operates on two metrics: disingenuousness, and he's a master manipulator of the straw man.
Yes.
Yes, super strong man right there.
You know what, yo? I gotta stop right here, yo. It's just disheartening at this point in time, man.
That was crazy.
Conversations, bro, to play the game this way, bro, and then the crowd don't even get it.
No.
We supposed to have a coherent, easygoing, smooth conversation, man. Yeah, I gotta get out of here, yo. Hey, Cedric, we're gonna pick it up. I'm gonna let you get all your points off. I gotta get out of here, yo. You feel?
All right, great show today, huh?
Yeah, this is a great show, man. I hope y'all understand where I'm coming from. If y'all don't, 2 B's in the bucket. 2 P's in the bucket. F it. I don't even care. Yeah, man. Anyway, y'all know how we doing around here, man. Hit the Cash App going out the door. Show some love. Stop playing, man. Man, make sure y'all like and subscribe, man, at all our shows, man. We got a family of shows, bro. All right. Said Talk, Mad Talk, and quote unquote cosmic. What is it? Cosmology. Galaxy and Beyond. My fault. Stammering and stammering, man. I'm rushing. Gotta get out of here. We out of here, man. Enjoy the show. Hope y'all enjoyed the show, man. All day, every day. I'm your host, Bobby Banger. And with this, we are out.
I knew those niggas couldn't read when they couldn't understand. Would have as did alongside and purely. Misreading paragraphs.
Hey, man, I almost forgot. I want y'all to make sure that y'all get with the Reggie and Jabari debate. 2279 3rd Ave, man, Harlem. It's important. Y'all can get there live, man, $40, and it's going to be on the live stream. All right, support the platform. This debate will expose a lot of information, what our spirituality is, what it's not, how we believe, how the ancient culture get what it got. It's going to be very important. Don't think it's going to be one-sided because it's not. Hit the link in the description and get a ticket.
And send instructions. Them niggas can't read, they bluffing. Talking super wild, they nothing. You playing, I'm guffing. Acting aggressive, bluffing. Why you playing? I was hustling. I've been retired, cattle rustler. Mills off the muscle. Them niggas can't read, they bluffing. Talking super wild, they nothing. You playing, I'm guffing. Acting aggressive, bluffing. Why you playing? I was hustling. I've been retired, cattle rustler. Mills off the muscle. Them niggas can't read, they bluffing. Reading comprehension causes tension. I'm top notch, you benching. Them niggas can't read, kill conversation. I'm sitting back embracing. Constant wins, y'all bitches glazing. Ignorance profound at the forefront. Conversation. Them niggas can't read, they bluffing. Talking super wild, they nothing. playing, I'm guffing. Acting aggressive, building nothing. You vote Trump, hating. Top debater, knowledge generator. Mount Olympus, we built this. Them niggas can't read, gifted. Now I'm pissed you did this. Shooting you miss, can't hit this. Your 5th grade reading, did this. Book reading, kill this. Now read this. What's up with the fakeness? Them niggas can't read, they bluffing. Talking super wild, ain't nothing. You playing, I'm guffing. Acting aggressive, bluffing. Them niggas can't read, but what's the reason? They chose greed over reason, over intelligence. I've been relevant, believe me. Wires can't read, feel penitentiary, but I stay free, stay slick on that John Wick shit. And I'm loud on the mic with that stem grip. Pseudo killing to the day I die. Them know why, most get high, but I stay fly. Never less than the guy. Rather stay sober than high. Keep the rocket from pocket. Check the document, been rocking it. Field of requirements, wild environment. Still pull blicks, shooting that science shit. Them niggas can't read. I ain't breathe. They smoke spray weed. They smoking trees. Them needs, it be what it be. Them niggas can't read. It be what it be. They gotta go to hell now free. It be what it be. Never mattered to me. Always could read. Yeah, niggas can't read. Yet they breathe. Kids they can't read. Fill the prisons. Jazz up cut. Running around. Doing stick ups. I'm too quick for blicks. Them hit. Staying on that science shit. Them niggas can't read. Live in America. Land of the free. I keep it on me. I pull blicks. Protection shit. Stay on that science hit. Them niggas get what they get. Them niggas can't read. It be what it be. Stay on that science shit. Them niggas get what they get. Them niggas can't read. It be what it be. Stay on that science shit. Them niggas can't read. It be what it be. Stay on that science shit.
I'm your host, Bobby Banger. Make sure y'all like and subscribe, man, to sa.neter TV, sa.neter Studios, Black News 102, Pseudo Killers, man, the Community Skeptics, man. Hit that like to keep the algorithm going, man. Hit the Cash App going out the door. We're going to continue the conversation, yo. Remember, yo, critiquing each other's statements and agreeing and disagreeing is never hate, bro. I don't got nothing but love in my heart for my brothers, man. But I have a disdain for misinformation. I'm your host, Bobby Banger. With that, I am out.